Damn, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Ominus show. Let me check my stuff first. All right, I think we're good to go. Welcome to the Ominus show, the show that talks about comics, Comicsgate stuff, pop culture stuff, anything that's out there really that catches my attention. We'll talk about it on this show right here. I am your host. My name is Elliot Rodriguez. You can see my name right here. And I am a South American comic book artist. I'm a Comicsgate artist. I draw a lot of cool shit for Comicsgate. And I'm reporting to you live from Lima, Peru, in the South, in the dirty, dirty South. In the dirty, dirty South. And yeah, so what's going on, everyone? Welcome to I got a great show for you guys today. A lot of shit went down over the last few days. A lot of things went down. And we're going to get into all of that stuff. A lot of cool things to talk about. Had the Super Bowl Sunday this past Sunday, and then the fallout from that. We also had I wanted to talk about this curiosity that I saw recently on X, also, which had to do with our good friend Frederick Guimont and the creator of this thing right here, Comicsgater. Shit. Yeah, so something is going on with that. And then also we had this big, massive online debate, I guess we can say, or shouting match. I don't know what you want to call it. About art versus writing. What's more important, or what's more necessary? Which one's better? Which one? It's a discussion that us people in comics have been having for a long ass time. Every so often, every year or so, every few months, someone will come along and make an outrageous claim, like art's more important or writing is more important, and then everybody just jumps up and starts talking about it. And like recently, also we had something like that happen. I made a comment thinking that the whole debate had simmered down because that was like on Sunday, Monday, and then I made a comment and then whoop, went right back up again. Everybody, I made a comment, and all the spurgs spurged out and came out in full force, and it was funny. And yeah, man. At the end of the day, it's just an opinion of mine. I never try to say that my opinions are statement or fact. I don't try to claim that, but it is funny how you put anything on X, and then if someone hates you or someone doesn't like you or whatever the case may be, they will argue the crap out of that point, whether it's worth arguing or not. You know, like I can put a post out there and say, the sun is yellow, right? And then, well, actually, it's not yellow. It's a combination of orange and hues of red with bright white and yellow. And so, like, it's fucking stupid, redundant, and yeah, so that happened. And so so we'll take a look at that, maybe, if it's possible. We'll take a look at that. I hadn't planned on that for this show, but if people want to come into the chat and you guys want to debate on it, then yeah, because I don't think, like, for example, if I want to hold this debate for next week, I think by that time, I think the energy would have fallen down. So if anybody out there watching me on X or on YouTube, if any one of you guys have any comments and you want to come and say them here on the panel, and then let us debate whatnot, then I'm up for that. I'm down for that. No problem at all. I'll put out the link for anybody wanting to join in and talk. So yeah. All right, so let's get the show started without any further ado. Let's say hello to the people in the chat. Based Art Department's in the chat. What's up, Ben? Hail, I'm here. Thanks, man. Scribe is in the chat. Says what up? What's going on, man? Scribe, the creator of logos, great logo creator. Yeah, Frederick Guimont. Good morning, Elliot. What's going on, man? What's going on, Fred? Great to see you, man. Good morning, Frederick. Everybody here. The rustler of Jimmy's, first of his name. It just called them a slur and then blocked them. No, I'm not gonna block anybody. No, I'm not gonna block anybody. I stopped blocking unless it's like really foul content, like nudity or or extreme violence or something like that, and especially any content against my faith. I'm a Catholic. I try my best to be a practicing Catholic. I know I suck because on the stream I use a lot of curse words, but yeah, if I see things like that, then no, I don't like seeing that stuff, and so I'll block those. But people having differences of opinion, I have no problem with that. No, if you guys think writing is so important that, oh my gosh, writing must if you guys are like that about writing, I have no problem. You do you. Oh, and check this out. I want to debut a new video. I found this video on the internet like yesterday. My wife actually showed me this video, and I was bawling. I was like busting out laughing, and I'm gonna put this on the show. So check it out. Check it out. K2 mod do say nigga Inca Cola, yeah, Inca Cola, yeah, Inca Cola, yeah, K2 mod baby, Inca Cola, yeah, Inca Cola, yeah, Inca Cola, vamos. Yeah, Inca Cola, yeah, Inca Cola. Actually, I don't. I would have loved to have like a bottle of Inca Cola here, but I don't have any. I thought I had some in the fridge, but I don't. Uh, I'll be sure to have some next week. Yeah, yeah. The guy's name is Mano Dulce, Sweet Hand. I guess if you wanted to translate it, he's on YouTube. Check him out. I think that I'm not sure what his story is, but it's a black man living in Peru, all about Peru, and I love the guy. The guy is awesome. If I could ever meet up with him, that would be amazing. Shout out to Mano Dulce if you're out there, man. Hey, man, I'm a fan. I love your content. He's got some great videos on there. But yeah, the guy is completely embracing Peruvian culture, and I love it. I love to see it. Great stuff. And yeah, and so actually, now that we're talking about that, let's get into the whole debate. Let's get into the whole debate of this recent Super Bowl. Let me bring this up. What does it taste like? And for everyone that I've ever given a Super Bowl, I'm sorry, Super Bowl. For anyone who's ever damn, I'm trying to bring this thing up. For anyone who when I lived in the States, I offered it to a bunch of my friends and a bunch of just also just other random people, and like, just, hey, want to take a sip of this, just so you guys can taste it. I'm walking around offering everybody offering everybody to taste a taste of Inca Cola. But yeah, the reaction that I've gotten from almost everybody is that it tastes like bubblegum soda. It's what the preferred description of it is. It tastes like bubblegum soda. I've heard that so many times. And yeah, I mean, I don't think it tastes like that. I think it tastes amazing. I think it has a unique taste to it. It's not like Sprite. It's not like Fanta. I think you guys have Fanta over there. It's not like Fanta. Orange soda. It's not like orange soda. But it's a unique flavor. And it's unique to Peru. It's actually a Peruvian product, and it was bought out by Coca-Cola a few years ago. And now it's like being mass produced here in Peru and also in the States. And so yeah, it's great. It's great. It's a national product. It's a Peruvian product. Good stuff. So if you guys ever get a chance to get some, go to your local bodega. Unless the guy's been deported already. If your local bodega store owner has not been deported yet, go there, grab yourself a bottle of Inca Cola and chug that thing down, man. And then let me know what you think. Also, banner. Depending on what you guys do today with this, we could extend the stream. Now, I think I can do for about. Oh shit. Wait. I think I can do another hour. So if you guys would like, check out the pinned tweet, the pinned comment in the chat, and make a donation to tip your host. No, tip me on Ko-Fi. If we can get $20 today, in Ko-Fi, then I will extend the show by another hour. Let me write that here. Tip your host on Ko-Fi. If we get $20 in donations, in tips. I'm sorry. The show will be extended another hour. Tip today. I'll put that here. So if we could get $20 in the Ko-Fi, if everybody can just like throw in like $2, $2, $2, $3, $4, then tip, give me a tip and I'll extend the show another hour. Because normally I go to like about 10:30 or something like that. But we can do 11:30 if you guys hit me with $20. And if not, then we'll just save it for another day. No worries at all. But yeah, so Ko-Fi. So let's hold on. The first thing I want to talk about before I get into the Comicsgate stuff is this Super Bowl thing, because I got a few things to comment about that. Number one, I haven't seen the Super Bowl in a long ass time. The last time I saw the Super Bowl, like pay full attention to the whole entire game, was back in 2004 when the Carolina Panthers were playing against the Patriots. And that's the whole Super Bowl with the Janet Jackson incident, the clothes incident. That was the last Super Bowl I saw. And if you guys saw that was an extremely exciting, a very exciting Super Bowl. Like it was like the game was going back. It was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And the deciding victory was not until the deciding play was not until like the very last few seconds of the game. It was a great game. And I thoroughly enjoyed that. So and Super Bowls, like, some they're hit and miss. Some of them are really great games. They're really exciting, electrifying plays and stuff like that. And some of them are just like complete flops. Not talking about the halftime shows, just talking about the game itself. And I saw this game and I was like, fuck. It was the most boring Super Bowl I have ever seen ever. I don't think I was just completely shocked by how crappy the game was. I was like, how did these teams? Well, the Seagulls, the Seahawks, Seagulls. The Seattle Seahawks, they had a good team. They had a great defense. They had Darnold was doing a really good job. No, I liked it. I'm a fan of passing plays. That's just my fan. Like when you see a quarterback and you got a big long ass pass and it goes like 70 yards and the guy catches it and runs the rest of it. That's like the coolest thing ever. And I like looking for those plays. I'm not a big fan of the running game. Just because of the visuals. I mean, like I know that running games, they have their advantages and stuff like that. No, I'm not like a football connoisseur to that extent. No, but I thought it was but yeah, like when I watch football, I like to see those long ass passes, or like a 70-yard run, shit like that. And like I enjoy that. I enjoy that stuff. And so I was hopeful, like thinking that I was going to find that in this game, but no, like this game was completely freaking boring. The first quarter, second quarter, I think even the third quarter, the only scores that were made were from field goals, and I was like, crap, what the heck is this? Where's the like the exciting play? Where's the guy like fending off all of the linebackers and throwing it like last minute, throwing a Hail Mary pass into the guy? Like, where is all this? Like, where's the excitement? Like, they forgot all the excitement in this game. And yeah, it was just horrible. I was like, the guy, May, I think it was his name, the New England quarterback. What a disaster! What a freaking disaster! It wasn't until the fourth quarter of the game that he decided to throw. Like he didn't throw. He was surrounded by the Seahawk defense, and he had nothing to. And I was like, man, he didn't throw it. He ran, I think, or tried to run, and then he got sacked like 30 times. Man, it was a disaster. I was frustrated with that guy. I was frustrated, and I was looking at the coach, Mike. I forget his last name. I was looking at it, I was like, man, I can't believe, like, what's the play that's going to save this game? Because even into the third quarter, like, you just score a touchdown, you're in the game. You score 2 touchdowns, you're winning. But not nothing. No, I was like, man, this is insane. And it was just your Catholicism wanting to see a Hail Mary pass. Heck yeah, man, I want to see last minute, and nothing. And I was like, man, this is insane. It was a crappy game. Very, very bad game. Good for Darnold, good for like, I don't know also like to what you would attribute that. Is that because the Seahawk defense was just that good? Or because May just sucks that bad? I also learned that this May guy, he's a young football player. He's not that experienced. I think this is his first Super Bowl. And so I'm assuming that he got nervous, the jitters, and that's understandable. No, so hopefully next time that you see, next time if we see him again in another Super Bowl, hopefully he plays much better. No, and uh and yeah, so yeah, you could tell that he was completely nervous, or I don't know, but he was just playing horrible. And yeah, so I hope he does better. Congrats to the Seattle Seahawks. You guys are the champs, deservedly so. You guys were able to score, keep your distance. It was a shutout the first half. Third quarter was a shutout. The Patriots didn't score till the fourth quarter, and it was just insane. And the reason, however, the reason why I saw the Super Bowl was because of this announcement from Bad Bunny, or one that he was announced as the performer for the halftime show. And I was like, oh gosh, I was like, oh man, I'm not a Bad Bunny fan at all. I don't like his music. I don't like what he does. But I'm not gonna lie, there are a few songs that I enjoy. Uh, but as always, no, I enjoy it because of the beat. I'm a hip hop. I like hip hop. I grew up on hip hop. I mean, and so the reggaeton beats, they get to me. And if you've gone, yeah, so they get to me. So so yeah, some of the songs that he does is good. Some of them, they're pretty hit and miss. Um, but but yeah, so his announcement as a performer was what got me hooked. It got my wife also intrigued as to what he's gonna do. Then a few days later, he makes the announcement that he's gonna wear a dress and say "Stop Ice" or "F Ice" or something like that. And I was like, oh man, that's not good. That's not good. Don't do that. And so we tuned in to watch the show. We tuned in to watch the show, and let me see if I can bring an image up. And we were surprised. I don't know if you could say it was a good surprise, but we were surprised. Um, bring this up. Let's say there's some people in the chat. Dark Gift, what's going on? DG, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Um, I'll be paying attention the best I can, kind of back and forth with the family, having a stomach. Yeah, yeah, no problem at all, man. Sorry that you're under the weather. Hopefully you can make a quick recovery. Sucks, man. That was a good game and a good halftime show, and not just because of the nip slip. Ah, you're talking about. I was like, man, are you talking about this Super Bowl? No, you're talking about 2004. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a good. Yeah, the show was good too until that nip slip thing. Yeah, yeah. That was a good game, man. That game was electrifying, I would say. Yeah, and it was a very boring and defensive game. Yeah, sure as hell was. What is about a bog buddy? Janet Jackson. Yeah, yeah. Um, and so yeah, we saw the show. Surprised to say the least. And yeah, the show was entirely done in Spanish. Except for like when Lady Gaga came in. I think that the only thing worse than the game that day was Lady Gaga's dancing. She does not know how to dance salsa. It's just horrendous. I don't know what she was trying to do. I don't know what all this fluttering was. We don't do that. Um, but yeah, that was just crazy. But yeah, the whole show was done in Spanish, and he was doing his typical things that he does in his songs. And then I mean, I didn't. I kind of get what he was trying to do. Like he would, because at the end he brought out all of the flags. Like he brought out the U.S. flag first and foremost, and he brought out all the other flags. Supposedly the Peruvian flag was in there, but he didn't see it. Thank God. I don't want to be part of that shit. And so I'm assuming that he wants to try to do some kind of cultural unity by talking about different aspects of Hispanic culture. Because there were songs on there that were not his that he did covers of, that tap into other countries and other cultures. So I'm assuming that's what I would assume his intention was, to do something like that, to do like a unifying type performance, but it completely backfired. Um and yeah, and it blew up in his face, and then the reaction was negative. I fully support the negative reaction to this show, because because there's two things here. There's two things that I wanted to also talk to. Two types of people, two types of reactions that I saw that I wanted to address. Number one, uh, the angry Americans watching the show. So in terms of the angry Americans watching the show, I completely understand what you guys feel. I'm 100% on board with that. Like, and I put myself in your position. I'm here in South America. I'm here in Peru, and for example, like if here down here in Peru, we like watching soccer, and so soccer is our big thing. When the final of the tournament it happens in December, when we see the final of the tournament, everybody tunes in. We all want to see it, enjoy it, and I could just imagine, like we're watching the final. We got two of our teams, two Peruvian teams, battling it out, and then there's a halftime whistle. Everybody goes to their locker rooms, and then I see a halftime show. And if I see a halftime show of any country, not just South America or America, if I see a halftime show of any country, if I'm here in Peru and I see a halftime show of Americans waving the American flag, saying Peru is not important, or trying to imply that Peru is not important in America, this and America that, or Venezuelans, if they come to the country, and they wave their Venezuelan flag in the middle of my Peruvian final soccer match, I would not like that. No, if the Russians came here and they started waving the Russian flag while I'm in the middle of my Peruvian soccer game, I would not like that. I'd be like, man, get this stuff out of here, man. This is not the place for you to be parading your flag. No, we're watching the soccer game. It's two Peruvian teams. I don't need to see these other flags. I don't need to see a German flag, American flag. I don't need to see Russian. I don't need to see none of that. So if I were American watching the final of my Super Bowl thing, and I see a bunch of people up here that could potentially not be American, and waving all these other flags, I would be pissed too, man. I'd be like, man, get this out of here. And I don't know why the NFL does that. I have no idea. This is not a form of inclusion. This is not a form of diversifying. And no, it's the United States of America. No, you guys have your own culture. You guys have your own way of celebrating and doing things. Do it the way you normally do it. No, there's no fault in that. But I just hate when these other people that are visiting trying to impose their things on this country, on the hosting country, and it's ridiculous. Now I'm completely against that. I completely agree with the idea that if you like your country so much, go back to it. No, and yeah, no, there's a bunch of people like that they say that no, I prefer Peruvian food, or I prefer Colombian music, or I prefer Brazilian this, or Venezuelan that, or Argentinian this, Argentina steaks I prefer better than. If that's the case, then go back to your country. Go back. Go back. And the fact that they don't just automatically tells you everything you need to know about them, because they're not coming back here. They don't want to. I don't know for what reason. I mean, Peru is not that bad. We have some shady ass areas, obviously, but there's also really nice areas. We also have a lot of really nice areas, like really nice areas. The areas that are really nice that compete with like uptown Manhattan type places. We have places like that. It's not a lot, but we do have some. So, and so yeah, I mean, if you guys are all about that, come on down to your country, especially those Venezuelan people. They want their country back. They want to restore it. They want to bring peace and democracy to it, and then go back and help rebuild. What the heck are you doing in the U.S.? So yeah, it was just bad. So I agree. I feel really bad for the American public having to watch that stuff. Is bad. So yeah, I completely understand the hatred and the backlash. I completely get it. I would feel the same way too. And so yeah, that sucks. Now the second thing that I wanted to talk about with that is the uppity Hispanic people, because there's a bunch of people that automatically were quick to say, nope, this is not me, get me away from this. No, this is not Bad Bunny. I don't know what he is. I never listened to his music. I don't know what this is. No. Unfortunately, so what you saw on Super Bowl Sunday during the halftime show, it is indeed part of our culture. Like there is a part of our culture where we do behave in that way, where we do play that kind of music, where we do enjoy festivities like that. It is part of our culture. For anybody to say, to come to you and say, no, nobody in my neighborhood does that, that's false. It's a lie. I mean, I live here. What you saw in your halftime show, you can see it, in different areas of Lima. So I mean, and different, and that's the same thing in all South America. You can see that anywhere. Any bodega store, you see places like that. You see people playing instruments like that. You see people dancing like that. We see it. Now, is it everything that encapsulates our society? No. Like that's also not true. No, this image that you're seeing here and the halftime show that you're seeing, it's not a complete representation of what we do. We are way more and much more than just what you saw during the halftime show. And so I equate it to, like, for example, I don't know, like I equate it to, like, for example, at a World Cup event or an Olympic event, and then the halftime show at the Olympic event is going to be done by the Americans. All right, the Americans are going to do a halftime show, and then for that halftime show, the Americans put out redneck, white trash music, and then all kinds of things like that. Now, would the Americans be offended by a redneck, white trash? Some of them, yes. Some of them, not. No, there's aspects of American culture that not all Americans are proud of. And this, for example, is an aspect of Hispanic culture that not everybody is proud of. No, the perreo, the reggaeton. To say that nobody in my neighborhood does that is false. No, to say that it's also everything we do is also false. No, so it's not there's bits of everything in there, because Puerto Rican, I mean, there's bits of everything in there. It's not just Puerto Rican culture. Yeah, Puerto Ricans here in Latin America, we don't really consider them like an independent country per se, because they belong to the U.S. They're all Hispanic speak. We can't even understand what they say half of the time when they speak Spanish. Like, when that's real talk. Like, when Puerto Ricans speak Spanish, it's really difficult to understand them. They're like Latin Irish people. Like, it's really difficult to understand them. And yeah, they belong to the U.S. So South American culture, Caribbean culture, there's a big mix of that in that show. And so yeah, like a subculture. Yeah. This show that you saw was a subculture of what we have here in South America. It's not 100% representative of what we have in South America. All right. He's Puerto Rican. Yeah. It's a country that the U.S. owns. Yeah. I know they have. They're like unofficial Americans. It's like the 51st state. Like you ask them if they want to be a state, they say no. But then if you ask them if they want to be independent from the U.S., they also say no. So I don't know what. But no offense to Puerto Ricans though, but it's really difficult to understand them. Dominicans are just as bad. No, Dominicans are just as bad. But no. I mean, I have mad respect for Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. I learned how to dance bachata from a Dominican. I learned how to dance one of Puerto Ricans and salsas. And I learned most of that stuff in at home. No, but yeah, no. So I mean, no offense to anybody, no, but like I was saying, like, it's not 100% representative of our culture. And so, so there's those are the two things that I wanted to address. No? So I understand the backlash, and then also this is not who we are. No, this is not who we are. No, and Democrats or any leftist trying to validate this and say that this is what Latin America is. No, get out of here. No, Lady Gaga's performance in this is ridiculous, and it's embarrassing to say the least. I mean, she cannot dance it, and her performance was just horrible. It was just really bad. And yeah, so that's all I have to say about that. And let's not forget that Puerto Rico gave us the boy band Menudo. Aren't they Mexican? Isn't Menudo Mexican? Isn't Menudo Mexican? I don't know. Chris, maybe you can let me know. Is Menudo Mexican? Are they Puerto Rican? Yeah, PR as well. Yeah, PR, DR. Boys, yeah, mad respect to them. There's some cool people. I lived for a long time in Patterson, in New Jersey. And then Patterson is mostly Peruvian, but Elizabeth, just further up, is full of Puerto Ricans, and there's a lot of brotherhood between our two countries. No? So good stuff. Gringas bailando ritmo latino es una lágrima. Yeah. Yeah, it's always funny. No offense to people in the chat, but it's always funny seeing white people trying to dance salsa or anything from South America. It's always funny. Yeah. Elizabeth. Yeah. Scribe knows what's up. Yeah. Patterson, New Jersey is a bunch of Peruvians. They have the Puerto Rican parade, the Peruvian parade also. No, so a lot of good stuff, man. A lot of good people over there, man. In good news, because I know people like bad news, the Bad Bunny just shattered the music charts in China and made history. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, no, I'm 100% convinced that this guy, him, like Pedro Pascal, and like a bunch of people that are being shoved into our faces, what all they're doing is just leading the way in child sacrifices and eating babies, and they're all like they're number one Illuminati puppets, and so as a consequence of that, they get to be out and headlining these shows and doing all kinds of stuff. Like there's not a single talented bone in Bad Bunny's body, so yes, I don't know why he's he's in the Super Bowl, but yeah, they can't control the time, and it is funny. Yeah, they're rhythmically challenged. You know? Son tiestos, they're really stiff. Really stiff. I need to loosen up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's not. I guess you are one of those. One of what? Elaborate. But yeah, so that was all I had to say about the show. I mean, the production was nice. I mean, the trees were lifelike. You know, they were humans. I crashed your stream. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Either stiff or move like bloody maracas. Yeah, that's correct, maracas. Stars are compromised with blackmail, or they wouldn't be in positions of power. Yeah, that could be true too. That could be true too. Don't forget, we can extend the show for another hour. Please be sure to tip the host in Ko-Fi. $20 will steal the deal for another hour of the Ominus show. All right, so yeah, that's all I had to say about Super Bowl. I don't know if I'm going to see next year's Super Bowl. If May is playing, if the Patriots make it to the Super Bowl, I'm not watching that, Joe. I'm not going through this again, man. Or I'll watch it, but then like if there's no score in the first quarter, if there's no score, I'm out, man. I'm not and I don't know how you guys complain about soccer being so bad. In football, it's supposedly 4 quarters of 15 minutes each, and if you add all that up, it's 1 hour. All right, it's 1 hour, but they extended into 4 freaking hours of your life. 4 hours to watch one game. That's 2 soccer games. 4 hours. In soccer, you play uninterruptedly, 45 minutes, uninterrupted. Not like in football. In football, you the quarterback's got it's the 1st and 10th, sacked. Now it's a second and 9, sack. Let's go to a commercial break. Commercial break lasts 3 minutes. Come back, 3rd and 9th, sack. 4th and 9th. Oh, it's a pass. 1st and 10. Second. Let's go to a commercial break. Every 2 minutes is a commercial break. It's a commercial break. Every 2 minutes is like you're trying to get into the game. Commercial break. Getting into the game. Commercial break. It's like every 2 seconds is like, oh yeah, I'm enjoying. I'm talking about this, and then boom, commercial.
K2 mod do say nigga Ika Cola, yeah, Ika Cola, yeah, Ika Cola, yeah, K2 mod baby, Ika Cola, yeah, Ika Cola, yeah, Ika Cola, vamos.
Ika Cola, yeah, Ika Cola. It's 2 seconds commercial break. It was annoying. I was like, man, I want to see the game. Like, I want to see the game uninterrupted. I want to see what they're doing. It's like, geez, 4 hours of my life watching that game. I'm not going to do that again. I'm not falling for your traps again. I'm not doing it. What's up, Subjugate Comics? Is going on? Good to see you. Says freaking China people are about to lose their mind. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Latinos woke up dancing. Heck yeah, man. Superb owl. You're a Patriots fan? No. If anything, I would be a Panthers fan, the Carolina Panthers fan. I'm not a big fan of the Patriots, but I respect the Patriots because Tom Brady's a good motherfucking quarterback. Like that guy can play. No, that guy, he can host. He'll put the whole team on his back. And he'll make it happen. Yeah, I like Tom Brady. I'm not a fan of the Patriots because they beat us in that Super Bowl. I forgot what number it was, but yeah, man. Yeah, so please be sure to tip the host, tip your waiter. $20 will get us one more hour of the Ominous show. The only real sport is hockey. Yeah, I enjoy hockey. I like hockey. I like the fact that you just straight up fight people in hockey. Like you just take your gloves and start wailing people. I like that. We could do that. I can watch that. Sometimes there's no fights, and then that's boring too. And I'm not going to lie, in hockey, I find it really difficult to keep my eye on the puck because it moves so fast. But yeah, I like medieval knights, MMA. Not a big fan of MMA, but yeah, but I see why people enjoy it. There's a lot of technique behind that stuff. Commercials, we'll talk about the game. Yeah, no, I get it. I get why they have commercial breaks, but it's fucking frustrating and, in my opinion, boring. Yeah. Heck yeah, man. Ninja Ica Cola. Yeah, Ica Cola. Yeah, Ica Cola. I love that. I love this clip too. Check it out.
Right here at the block with the homies. Say, what's up, fool?
Hey, what's happening?
Tap in with us. Where the bitches at, though? Yes, sir. We trying to kick it.
No bitches, bro. I told you this.
Why not?
Bro, my girl got you on there. I told you that.
Wait, so why haven't you blocked her from...
I blocked her already on my phone, but I can't do that on your account, bro.
What?
She see everything you post.
Oh.
Remember the last time you was mentioning bitches?
Uh-huh.
I didn't get in a fade, bro. She blacked my eye.
Oh, the homegirl abusive.
Yeah, bro. Abusive. And
The homegirl domestic violence.
Yes, bro.
But fool, but your horse will be my horse and my horse will be your
We
horse.
won't have no whores if we both dead, bro. How the fuck we gonna play that role if we both dead?
Oh, she trying to 187 type shit?
Bro, double homicide. Yes.
Murder was the case?
Murder was the case.
The homegirl death row. But
Bro.
then just leave her, fool. She's probably weird,
I've
fool.
been trying to,
She's a
bro.
weirdo, fool.
It's like I'm addicted to this shit. I don't know. I can't explain it to you, bro.
You're addicted to bitches punching you in the face?
It's easier said than done, bro. I can't. I don't know, bro.
Why you scared of her?
Bro, you would be
Look at
scared
your
of
face. You look scared.
Look at your face. You look scared. What? You're addicted to bitches punch you in the face? I love it. Domestic violence. Why not? I love that video. Hey man, if you're watching this show, man, come on, man. Let's connect. I would love to interview that boy, man. I would love to, man. Come on here. Let's talk about some stuff. But yeah, man, now let's get into it. The next thing I'm going to show you guys is something that just caught my eye, just caught my attention. And if anything catches my attention, then we're going to talk about it here on the Ominous show. But our good friend Frederick Gumont, right here, our good friend Frederick Gumont right here, he was kind enough to take a lot of time out of his schedule to go and create this website. And this website is called Comicsgate. Comicsgate, that's the website. Collating 134 comic books by 206 creators. Now, the hub of Comicsgate, where mutual support drives creative excellence. That's a nice phrase you got there. And so, essentially, the idea of Comicsgate is to have like a place where people can check in and see when campaigns launch, when campaigns close out, when they can see when shows are going live, to see when books are getting made and other artwork. There's also a really nice thing that he's adding where you can see like a creative pool of talent of people who are currently accepting commissions. A lot of great ideas in there. Just kudos to Frederick on doing this. I was skeptical of it at first. I'm not going to lie, because we had something like this not too long ago. It was called cgnow.net, but that site it ceases to, it doesn't exist anymore. It got wiped out. And so yeah, I was like, man, we're going to do it again. We're going to try to make this work again. I don't know, but I think Frederick is doing a good job. The intention is good. The idea behind it is good. I really appreciate it. I appreciate what he's doing to help the community. And all of this came from the John Mayall and Graham Nolan beef thing that they had where John was upset that Graham was going to launch the day that John was going to close, and there's a conflict of schedule. So like the idea would be not to step on each other's shoes, and so if you're going to launch, it would be ideal for you to launch on a day that I'm not closing or that I don't have a campaign. And so there was some back and forth going there. It's since then it's okay now. There's no issue now. But one of the solutions that was tossed out in the middle of that whole situation was someone should organize a calendar, and on the calendar they should put when these campaigns close and when these campaigns open. When I first heard that, I was like, my first thought went to cgnow.net, because it was the same idea. They would announce, it would be, you could look on it, it was a calendar, and it will mark the date where this campaign launches and mark the date when this other campaign closes. And so that was the thing there. Yeah, when they mentioned it, they did that, but nobody actually took the lead until Fred. He came along, Frederick came along and created it. He didn't tell anybody about it. He just went up ahead and made it. He went, and that's the kind of initiative we need in CG. What was that quote? It needed to happen. Yeah, I remember this quote from the movie Ray Charles. It's like it's good. I like it when people don't say that's not my job, but rather when they say I did it because it needed to be done, something like that. I'm paraphrasing it, but it was a quote for one of the show people. But anyways, that's the idea. Like if we see that there's something that needs to be done that could help out for the greater good of CG and all this other stuff, then do it. And Fred did it. Kudos to Fred. And so yeah, it's getting a lot of support, and I'm all for it. Here's the link right here. Also, don't forget to tip your host, tip the immigrant. I ain't no immigrant. I'm a citizen of Peru. And what's going on, Master Ramen? I disavow this comment. I'm going to disavow Scribe too. Yeah, comicsgator.com. Yeah, give me a tip. If we get $20, we can extend the show for another hour. And yeah, so everything is great. The campaign, the website is running fine. And just to check out how cool of a dude Frederick Gumon is, he was even kind enough to give me this right here, this logo. See that little gator with the hat? He was kind enough to do that. I said, I'll put it up there for today. And so yeah, Frederick Gumon did a lot of good stuff. And you would think, okay, cool, we got this website now, everybody's happy with it, we can use it to work, or help each other out. But things started to happen, and hopefully I can get my hopefully I can get my bookmarks. This is where the show gets derailed all the time. Oh yeah, here we go. But we had certain interactions with does anybody in the chat know how I can extend this shot? Like I saw Ethan extended it upwards. Does anybody know how to do that? If you guys can explain that to me in the chat. But if not, no worries. No. But anyway, yeah, we had Mike Wheeler chime in and then demand inclusion into Comicsgate. And because Frederick Gumon said added a commission section to the creator page of Comicsgate. Add your credits to books to unlock the commission section. Mark yourself open for commissions, and you'll be listed in the talent pool page. So it tags everybody in here except me. So fucking Fred. I'm just kidding, man. But yeah, so yeah, I'm currently not taking commissions. So and so he demanded inclusion, and then Edgelord, the Dark, JD Kirby, he said diversity too. But the reaction to that, see if I can find a reaction to that. Is this hold on. The reaction to that post was Frederick Gumon saying this: there's no DEI, diversity, equity, or inclusion on Comicsgate. Hashtag Comicsgate. So just effectively saying that you're not allowed to come in here. No, you're not allowed to come in here. Don't come here with trying to demand to be part of something that you obviously are not a fan of or no Henry Hills. No, you're not a fan of, or you're not willing to participate in. No, so don't bring that. No, so so this would be a good example. I think, I don't know if you guys in the chat can correct me, but I think this would be a good example of gatekeeping. No, is that correct? Is that accurate to say that? Is this gatekeeping? Because I'm assuming that gatekeeping, by the definition that I hear around the interwebs, is that gatekeeping is when people prevent others from joining in on any movement or anything like that. No, so and so yeah, would that be considered gatekeeping? Says no DEI, but Donna King better than Shane and Malin's work. Bug Donna King better than Shane. I don't know. Some people say yes. And then Mike Wheeler says Dark Gift, log and verify my Comicsgate credentials. JD Kirby, log and verify my Comicsgate credentials. So so that was the first interaction. Mike Wheeler had showed his interest into in wanting to be part of Comicsgater, and the door was shut in his face. Now that supposedly would be the end of the story, right? We figured that would be the end of the story. No more to it. But there was something else that happened, and I was like, wait, what? And I'll show you guys. There was something else that happened. Later, Frederick Gumon will post something else about a new feature that he upgraded on Comicsgater. He said, just launched, let me read this for you guys. He said, just launched a new cover clash page where covers compete for your vote and rank on a leaderboard of fan favorite covers on Comicsgater. He spells favorite with a U in it. Oh man, Frederick Gumon, why do you do that? And then Mindy Wheeler comments, are we on there yet? And then Life doesn't miss an opportunity to jab at Ethan. And then he claims to be the victim. No, asshole. And it says, you're really attached to that hard to see green, huh? So yeah, this comment got me thinking. I was like, wait, Frederick Gumon already said, no, you guys are not going to come in here. But this comment is insisting. Mindy's insisting on that the Wheelers, her and her husband, get added to Comicsgater. And I have no idea. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know, for example, like if every July saw that Comicsgater is a thing, I seriously doubt that he would. I doubt, but I could be wrong. No, I seriously doubt that every July would try to impose himself onto a site that's strictly for Comicsgate. Or if Yellow Flash were to try to like say, hey, I want to be on that Comicsgater website, it looks cool, or anything like that. And I'm pretty sure that or Matt Barr, I don't think Matt Barr would like to be on there, or Richard and Bree, or all these other guys. No, I don't think JDA, I don't think that they would like to be on there. But for some reason, these guys think that they should be on there. They demand to be on there. They're insisting on being on there. I don't know if it's a joke or not, but with the repetitiveness of it, makes you feel that there might be something sincere underneath. Like they might be really interested in getting themselves in there. And I'm thinking to myself, why are these guys interested in getting into CG, getting into Comicsgater? I could have swore for the longest time Mindy hated CG, and Mindy was not part of CG, and she just distanced herself from CG. And I was under the impression that Mike was in the same boat. And so where does this sentiment come from that they have to be in CG? And this was answered by Mike Wheeler nonetheless. So let me take a look at what I can find, my interactions with Mike Wheeler. And also shout out to Mike, because in the exchange, we had a very cordial exchange. He was not abrasive or angry or anything like that, or insulting in any way. He explained his case. He explained what he thought. and I'm going to bring this stuff up so you guys can see it. And the question that I present with all this is the question that's in the thumbnail. No, who is Comicsgate? Who decides who's in Comicsgate? Who decides who's not in Comicsgate? So let me see if I can find exactly. Leave it up to me to fucking lose that stuff. Let me see if I can find it. My bookmarking strikes again. I don't think he erased it. Shit. I have to look for it now. Fuck it. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. It shouldn't be that hard to find. Yeah, so here Mike is going to explain why he believes he should be part of CG. I'm kind of lamenting having interacted with the guy because now he's just he can't stop commenting. Let me see if I think I found it. Just give me a second. Yeah, here we go. All right, so let's look at this thread, and here we can see Mike's reasoning for why he should be on Comicsgate. And so I posted this, so I let people know about the show, and then get some comments in here. Who decides? Weird. That's what he first started saying. And yeah, my intention is I'm trying to decipher that, and I give him an invite. He can come onto the show if he likes it. And actually, Mike, if you're listening, just let me know, and I'll bring you on here so I can let you say your piece, and you can also let me ask you a few questions because I mean, most of the questions that I would ask you have already answered. But yeah, so yeah, we talk about that. Come on. Yes, stream at night. Yeah, there's 2 comments to this. Yeah, I stream at 9 a.m. For you, let me see what I could do. I usually I can't get many out of bed until 1. No worries. I just wanted you to have the option to respond to what I'll say in case you feel the need to. He says, and this is part of his explanation though. I don't think any one person, and I'm gonna read this now. I don't think any one person or any group of people can say who is or is not CG. I've been around most of the shit since the start, which is true to my understanding. The Wheelers were in CG much earlier than I was. Granted, it wasn't until recently when I decided with Dark Gifts, he highlights Dark Gift Comics, that I should actually be a part of it. So this makes makes it seem as if him and DG had a conversation and, hey man, you should be part of CG, and then he's like, oh, okay, yeah, let's fucking do it. That's what I get from that. It says, I think things can move in a different direction and be done a lot better than what they are now. So instead of bitching about it, I'm going to try doing something about it. People can hate me all they want, but it really comes down to, oh, he says mean things, or I don't like him because Ethan said I shouldn't like him. Not because of anything I've actually done, because I haven't actually done anything other than go after Ethan for talking shit about my wife, which by and large used to be against the fucking rules. But then that shit started changing, and we got people like Frog Tony, Matt Barr, Clipper, Pan, War Campaign, and let's not ever forget that War Campaign did the marching orders for Ethan, and there are receipts for that. So that's him explaining. So he wants to do things. He thinks things can move in a different direction, and he's going to try to do something about it, and things like that. No, so it's amicable, not hostile in any way, I think. And all right, no, thank you for your response. I will definitely be looking at this. Yeah, there's one thing that caught my attention here is that he spoke with DG and decided to be part of CG again. So while no one should tell us who isn't CG, no single person should gatekeep others. It is okay if someone tells us who is CG. DG, for example, gets to determine who is and isn't CG. And Dark Gift, if you're in the chat, you can comment on that also. I'll send you the link if you want to come in here also. And also, why do you want to be part of CG if you feel that people don't like you or are hostile towards you? And he says, no, not again. Joining CG for the first time. Mindy was associated in the early days, but I never was. No, DG doesn't determine anything. I made the decision. He had nothing to do with it other than saying that I should do it. Just because people don't like me or are hostile towards me doesn't mean that I can't be nice and help those that are not. And I'm assuming his interaction is evident. This interaction with me is evidence that he can be nice, or whatnot. No, so if people in CG have a problem with me, it's one-sided because I do not have a problem with them. Cool. And I hear you, man. Thank you for responses. And then I explained, no, personally speaking, I'm not a fan of your work or the books you guys put out. I'm not into that raunchy content by any means, not just from the Wheelers, but from anybody in general. People who use that kind of content, I'm not a fan of. Now, obviously, I'm not going to go out of my way to make sure that you guys can't make money in comics. No, by no means, not at all. I mean, you guys do you, I'll do me. I'd rather distance myself from all that, and that's for anybody out there trying to promote, that raunchy nude stuff. I'm not into that stuff. But I continue and I say, but that doesn't mean we have to necessarily be hostile towards each other, nor does that mean that my mission is to prevent you guys from making a living with your books, not by any means. CG is ever changing. Who knows what will happen in the future? And regardless of that, I think we had a respectable exchange, which is always good. And this CG is ever changing. We'd never know if Mike Wheeler one day becomes a member of CG, he gets accepted by people. Who knows? Because the question that I'm asking at the end of the day is, who gets to determine that? Is it something like, for example, Ethan, John, and Shane, they say, okay, he's back in? Or is it something like gradually the people, the fans of CG accept Mike and accept his books and accept Mindy and whatever, and then that becomes part of CG? How does this whole thing happen? Because And I'll tell you also why this is a thing. I'll look into that also, because there's also something that's connected to this that I want to reveal, that I want to show off also. And he says, our content isn't for everyone, and that's cool with us. But we do put out all kinds of content, and people that can step in the theater and watch an R-rated movie shouldn't be scared of it. It's no different. So I fair point. No, good job. And that was my exchange with Mike. I was hoping that he may be on the panel to say these kinds of things, but I think I'm respecting his content. I'm not trying to change or give it a different angle. I think I was pretty fair in reading what he wrote here, and yeah, so that's his argument. So that's what he believes. Now, I don't know if you guys saw this. I don't know what part in it. Let me take a look. But there was a video a while back shared by Katie where Mersh goes in and explains, and it says that Ethan is the dictator of CG. No, he's the dictator. He's the Hitler, the Pinochet, the Fujimori, the Fujimori of CG, and it's a good thing to have to gatekeep this kind of stuff. So hold on. Yeah, so let me see if I can play this audio.
And of course, I just see little bits and pieces, because you're watching a clip you're watching a guy watch a clip of some. And by the way, I ain't about that life either. I'm not a comics guy. I'm not Comicsgate. We are the Judas Goats. We are we're like our own little pirate ship, or to modernize it for some of you comic nerds. Let me explain to you kind of what Nightwave is and what we are here.
I'll be right back.
The Judas Goats are sort of like the boys, right? And not that, I get it. The Amazon series, it's woke and whatever. Okay. The boys, all right? We're like an unofficial, but according to some people, kind of official. We move in the shadows. We're not Comicsgate. We're not the Sector. We're not the Dabbleverse. We're like this shady little elite group of dudes that come out and just We just take out people that are a problem. You know what I mean? We operate with impunity. You know what I mean? And we just do our thing in the shadows. I have nothing to do with Comicsgate. I have nothing to do with comics. Unlike Frog Tony, I'm not going to pretend to be, oh, I'm part of this culture war. Please start watching my show. I need your money. I'm not going to do that. Thing about movements. When it comes to movements, beware people who need that movement more than that movement needs them.
Yeah, here he goes on and starts discussing like why it's important to gatekeep things, why a movement should be gatekept, and why, in this case, he's referring to Frog Tony, because Ethan made a few comments saying that Frog Tony isn't CG, but then that just jumps right back into the debate, like who decides if he's CG or not CG. And so Mersh over here gives us the opinion that there should be the movement should be gate kept, and we should have people like Ethan, who's a dictator in this case, and who he gets to decide this guy's CG and this guy isn't. He's referring to Frog Tony in this case, no, but I'm thinking about that question in a macro sense, like does that apply to everyone? No, so let's listen.
The Dabbleverse is going through this very problem right now. When I was younger, even when I did stand-up comedy and shit, there were gatekeepers. And back then when I was young and the hunger in my belly far outweighed the amount of talent I had or originality I had to bring to the table, I still thought I was the coolest thing since sliced bread. I used to look at gatekeepers as bad. But as you get older, you start to realize gatekeepers are good. You need gatekeep. If you're going to create any movement, and this is what the Dabbleverse fails to understand, you need a gatekeeper. You need a commander-in-chief, not the Dave Clock 5. Now, I wouldn't care if the Dabbleverse said, fine, then Brennan makes the decisions or Tukey makes the decision. Somebody needs to be going yay or nay. Because if you don't, it becomes a fucking complete mess. It becomes the Confederate Army. It's just every fucking racist retard with a rifle showing up going, oh, I'm a colonel. Cool. Listen to EVS. All you Comicsgate people that are doubting EVS, or any of you people that are Comicsgate adjacent, like, I don't know if one guy really should. Yes, one guy should. Whether you're in a household with a wife and children, whether you are the leader of a nation, whether you are the leader of a comic book movement, it doesn't matter. You need one guy. Everything eventually leads to one guy going, no, it's not going to work. Comicsgate understood that. The Dabbleverse doesn't. The Dabbleverse still thinks that they're going to.
And so, yeah, I think basically you get the gist of it. Like Mersh is saying that there should be a dictator. There should be someone to gatekeep the community, and he goes on to explain that. And so, like people are saying in the chat, if for example, Subjugate Comics, he manifests an idea that I think many people might have. It says Ethan is CG. If you attack Ethan, you attack CG. People could have that sentiment. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, but then, for example, DG says, no, that's the most incorrect take ever. No, so, and Mike is on. What's going on, Mike? Let me finish with my thread of ideas, and then I'll let you come in so you can say your piece. So just give me a second. And so I'm figuring, okay, so we got Mike trying to get into CG and Comicsgate. We got Mindy insisting on getting into Comicsgate. We got Mersh telling us there should be we got Fred gatekeeping Mike and Mindy. We got Mersh saying, hey, it's a good idea to gatekeep Mike and Mindy. But then I'm trying to figure out where does Mike and Mindy get this idea that they should be in CG, that they have the right, or not the right, or the privilege, or the principle, I don't know, to come enter this CG, the CG space. And so I have a few things here to show you guys where I think this is coming from, because we saw that Mike mentioned Dark Gift by name. He said, I spoke with Dark Gift and and then he said I should do it, and I decided, hey, yeah, it is a good idea. And then I see this post or Jay Bama. So shout out to Jay Bama. He says Frog Tony is a grifter and is not CG. He's a cancer to the movement. I was like, all right. And then Johnny Scab weighs in and says Comicsgate Church is a cancer to the movement, more like. And then Jay Bama says you don't have to like CG Church, Johnny. That's CG Church, Johnny. That's fine, but Tony is filth, poor character. That's all I'm saying. I'm cool with the Church Boys. Jay Bama is Comicsgate. Jay Bama is cool with the Church Boys. Church Boys are Comicsgate. He's referring to Comicsgate Church, so they're cool. And these guys are saying that Frog Tony is not in CG. Johnny Scab, who is also Comicsgate, he's more closely associated with Malin and whatnot. He says Comics Church is a cancer to the movement. So there's differing opinions there. Did you guys see that? I did show that, right? I don't know if I was showing that on the screen. Did you guys see what I was showing? Because I don't know if I showed it. I'm pretty sure I did. Right? And yeah, so we see that. No, Comicsgate Church is a cancer. Jay Bama says this. Johnny Scab says the other. I got more stuff. Because there has to be a reason or a why the Wheelers would think that it's okay, to be part of CG. And so the Church Boys includes Cynic, Ruby, 90s, a bunch of other people that make good content. They're funny. I've had them on I had Cynic on the show for launch. Last time I had Cynic on here was for that whole thing when Ethan went on their stream, talking about the Vaughn thing. They make good content, but I think that they focus strictly on just bashing Liam and Frog and Frog Tony. And I mean, like, for example, right now we got this whole issue with the steel toe guy, Adam Imolti, that cuck, going at CG. We got this whole issue of the quartering going at CG. But you don't hear them comment on that kind of stuff. At least as far as I know. I haven't checked recently, but they're all just bashing Tony and Liam. And so, anyways, and One Gun is also part of that group. And then here, for example, he shows off progress art that he's done, and he did this for Vikiverse. He says, I made my version of Vikiverses for shits and giggles. I had fun doing it, and I had an unknown extra bonus of having Matt, one book wonder bar, spurred out on me for drawing her. Fuck him. I draw whatever I want. I watch Vicky. I like her show. She is a great person to listen to. When she talks about Comicsgate's past, I don't agree with most of the things she does, but this is America. She has the right to say what the fuck she wants, just like I have the right to draw what the fuck I want. I worked on this when I was on FFS podcast, where I draw exclusively on that show and chill out with the crew. Come and check us out Friday, Monday here. And then he drops the link to the podcast. So he tags Mindy Wheeler. He tags Vikiverse. Now you have certain people in CG that would say, hey, hold up, red flag. No, Mindy Wheeler, no, enemy of Comicsgate. Vikiverse, no, enemy of Comicsgate. And then you have this whole situation. But then you got CG boys who are Comicsgate, who say they're Comicsgate, they are Comicsgate, and then they say, no, yeah, Mindy's fine. Vikiverse is fine. DG's going out saying, yeah, no, I told Mike Wheeler that he should be part of Comicsgate, and that's fine. So come on over, guys. We got cookies and cupcakes. So then we have that, and I got more stuff. Hold on. And so I'm thinking, where is this? Like I'm assuming that their support from CG Church and their support from DG, Cynic, Ruby, One Gun, and all these people. I'm assuming that support is what would lead Mike to believe that he gets the claim to CG, or that he has legitimacy towards CG. I don't know. And then Johnny Scab goes at him also. It says, I think everyone's missing my point. If you allow enemies of CG, blatant enemies, to come interact in your chat and have a voice, it's derogatory to CG as a whole. The host knowing that and allowing it makes that even worse. I know at least 10 other CG members that think the same. So there's a group of people that think that. Also, Jay Bama says, Johnny, I hear you and I hope you trust in my judgment. I vouch for these guys. Jay Bama vouches for CG Church. No, even Dark Gift, who I haven't always agreed with, they know what's up in CG and are good promoters. Then you have Repairman Jack says, I have seen that in the church chat. I kind of agree with you. They just want to cause splits and infighting. I don't like that either. And Cynic gives his opinion. Also, question though, Johnny, if I'm a believer of freedom of speech, am I supposed to ban them because they disagree, or not be an SJW and allow them in my chat even though I disagree with them? So, I mean, there's two trains of thoughts. There's clearly two trains of thoughts here. One is, if you're a known enemy of Comicsgate, don't come over here. The other one is, I'm free to do what I want. I can do whatever I want, and if you tell me who I can be friends with or who I cannot be friends with, then F you. You're not real. You're an SJW and hiding. I'm going to accept everyone and anyone who's friendly to me, more apart from the fact of whether or not they did anything brash or bad, blatantly bad towards Comicsgate. And so, I mean, you have those two trains of thoughts. They have two different opinions as to what is Comicsgate and what is not Comicsgate. And also, so my question is, who is Comicsgate in this case? Who gets to decide what is the central idea here? No, and just in case, but why does Mike Wheeler? Why is he? How is he attacking CG? For those that don't remember, he tried. We got Bosch Fawson, who's CG. Bosch is, in my opinion, is 100% CG. He's the reason, or I mean, like, CG is created for people like Bosch who can't get support anywhere else. No, Bosch, he's strongly against Islam, the whole religion, Muslim, and all this other stuff, and so many people cast him out. But CG welcomes him in because CG, we promote this idea of freedom of speech and whatnot. No? So he gets to come here. He's got a home here. No? And he says, looks like a cancel pig named Mike Divinity Comics Wheeler made a video about me and is out to try and cancel my Pigman #1 campaign at Fund My Comic by complaining to payment platform Stripe. And this Ripasimp claims to oppose censorship. And he's quote tweeting Katie here, Katie says, what a piece of shit towards Mike. I don't know if she has the same sentiment now. Art of Roy, they're pornographers. Yeah, so Art's got that opinion. But if we look at this video, I don't know, I can probably find the video, but it says here you can see Divinity Comics. No, who is Bosch Fawston Pigman on Fund My Comic, the latest Comicsgate racist? And it says, remember, campaigns on Fund My Comic are powered by Stripe and must adhere to their terms of service. Stripe does not allow its platform to be used for transactions involving products or services that promote hate, violence, or discrimination. This encompasses merchandise that is explicitly racist, hateful, or intended to incite harm or intolerance towards individuals or groups based on protected characteristics like race, religion, or ethnicity. Complaints at stripe.com. So yeah. So I mean, this is an open attack. This is an attack on Bosch's livelihood, Bosch's ability to make money, and create his comics. And so people would see this and say, no, Mike Wheeler is not welcome in CG. Get him out of here. But then you got DG and other people saying that no, he should be in because, hey, we should allow differences of opinion. Who are we going to be SJWs, or are we going to accept? Are we going to accept? Or is it going to be SJWs, or just accept people just saying whatever they want about us? My personal take on all this is I told this to Cynic a long ass time ago when he was first on the show, that my whole belief is that we should try our best to not have people that walk those kinds of fine lines, because that all that's going to do is just lead to trouble. In what way? Let's take a look at the Dungeoneers. Are there chats where people were talking shit about other people? Yes, there were. And so I personally believe that we should try our best to, like, if you're CG, you're in CG. You should also vie for the benefit and well-being of CG, whatever that means. Like if you want to, if you see something happening in CG, support it, promote it, and fend for the interests of CG, because that's, if you're on CG and you want to reap the benefits of everything it has to offer, then you should also, get in there and stand up for it. Don't just show up when you have a campaign. That's not the idea. And speaking of which, I want to show this. Crap. Speaking of which, I want to bring this up real quick. Let everybody know also that this is happening. And we should support this also. Black Riding Hood 2, Black Knight, White Devils by our good black friend John Malin, creator of color, defender of the NAACP and civil rights, is launching a campaign for for Black Riding Hood 2. The link is right here. Click it, back it. I already got my copies. I got the first one, and I also got the John Malin cover. I'm seriously considering getting this Ethan Van Sciver cover. That's some amazing art. And kudos. This is colored by Carl Ritter, the amazing Carl Ritter. But I want to give kudos to Ben Soto. Ben Soto took a shot at coloring this, and it was very, very well done. And it was almost, I would say, it's very near identical to what we have here. So, yeah, kudos to Ben, man. I really would like to get him on the color one of my own stuff. So that's pretty much my spiel. My spiel is that we have evidence seeing that we should gatekeep, we should not gatekeep. What do you guys think? So I'll give you this question of who is Comicsgate? Am I Comicsgate? Chat. Am I Comicsgate? Let me know. I'm gonna put this in the chat. Also put a poll. Because I asked Ethan in what was it? In one of his shows, am I Comicsgate? Katie responded, "Yeah, you are Comicsgate. You're the heart and soul of Comicsgate." I don't. It wasn't like that, but the answer no was, I am Comicsgate. So I'll put this. Oh wait, hold on. Let me put this in the poll, and then that's all I had to say, I think. And then I'm going to let in people. And I'm gonna let people come in and say their piece. I was hoping, so let's now remember, I got 10 more minutes. I'm gonna shut this stream down if I don't get $20 on Ko-Fi. Because remember, that was the condition. I can extend this for another hour if I can get $20 on Ko-Fi. So far, I got, I don't know how much I got. I got one contribution. All right, let's take a look at this. Hold on. Dark Gift and Mike, don't leave. I hope you guys can come in here and give me your piece. And Subjugate Comics says, because Scribe told me to. Oh, I got $10. All right, cool. I got $10 from Subjugates. Thank you very much, man. I need 10 more bucks to extend this to another hour. I'm going to shut down in 10 minutes. Other than that, I need $10. $10. Hold on. Yeah, $10. I need 10 more bucks. The link to Ko-Fi is in the chat. I need $10 to continue this show for another hour. Link is pinned in the chat. Yeah, here we go. Let me show this off. 10 more bucks. $10, make it holla. Yeah. Go ahead, man. Hold on. Let me get you. Let me get the link out to you. Let me get DG. Let me get Paw Dark. If I like that name. And what's his name? Mike Wheeler. Are you in here? Shit. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Just hold on. I actually typed in Paw Dark GIF and I couldn't find his ass. Paw, get your old ass in here. Get your old ass in here, Paw. And while I'm looking for that, I would like you guys to enjoy this wonderful new commercial that I found.
Live from K to my do say nigga Inca Cola, yeah, Cola, yeah, Inca Cola, yeah, K to my baby Inca Cola, yeah, Inca Cola, yeah, Inca Cola, vamos.
That's never gonna not be funny, man. Shout out to Mano Dulce, man. If I can get you on the show, if I can connect with you, man, hook up with you, man, that'd be nice. All right, I sent out the link to DG and to Mike. I need my $10, y'all. Where my $10 at? You better get my $10. Everyone can be CG, but other than being an actual comic creator, what does it matter? It matters to some people, man. Other creators or backers, it's about how you work. Sleepless Psychopathy, what's going on? I don't know if you've been in here before. Great to see you. It's about how you work with the network of people who believe in independent creation. Oh, come on, $20. You better bring $20, man. Bring the $20. I'm trying to get some money. Oh, what's going on? Mike, can you hear me?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well, man. It's a little early for me, but yeah, made it.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. My work schedule, man. If I could stream it in the afternoon like everybody else, man, I would definitely do that. But my work schedule, man, has got me working.
That's cool. What do you do for work?
Got me streaming here. I like to keep that private, Mike.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't have to be specific, but you know, I was just curious.
Yeah, no, yeah, I like to keep it to myself. But yeah, man. Let me So, what do you think about everything that I showed off? I mean, people. There's a group. I'm assuming that there's a group of people at CG that want to have nothing to do with you. You got DG and the Church Boys who vouch for you. I mean, what's your whole take on everything? What's your mission statement for coming on to CG?
Well, you know, I think I think people have a problem with me because I did go after Ethan, but you know, to be fair, he started it. I don't know if you're familiar with what went on there. There used to be rules, right? We used to have rules on the internet and rules with CG where, you know, people didn't go after other people's families or wives or so on and so forth. So, you know, that was my whole thing. My problem with Ethan is he went after my wife. He started lying about her. He doubled down on it, started calling her names, doubled down on that. So that's my issue with him. Other than that, I don't have any issues with anybody.
Now, Sleepless Psychopathy here says, God, Mike, let go of your hate boner for Ethan. Would you?
Never.
What would it take?
All he has to do is say sorry.
All right. And then Nicholas says he just recently doxed Tuttle. Is that true?
No. It's publicly available information. Ethan doxed Tuttle when he was smoking crack at the casino. You didn't see that?
No, I didn't see. No, I mean I didn't.
Yeah,
I did it.
With
But if
the
you
guys
have it,
like
show it. I would like to see it.
Well, he was talking about, my name's Tom Tuttle, and he gave this little speech right there. That was him. Before that, Ethan was calling him Michael Nearing. Ethan doxed Tom.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, on stream in front of everybody. So that wasn't
on purpose or accidentally.
I don't fucking know. He was drunk and probably high. Who fucking knows?
Nice. All right, we got Paul. What's up, Paul?
What's going on, fellas?
Did I?
Check your Ko-Fi.
Or was that
Hold on.
Ethan?
What happened? I missed that.
No, I said, did I dox Tom DG or was that Ethan?
I have no clue.
Oh, you don't know? You didn't see the smoking crack stream at the casino?
No, I didn't see that. I only saw the clip.
Oh, no, okay.
Yeah.
We should have watched the whole fucking thing because the whole thing, that's where Ethan doxed Tom.
Yeah, thank you
Called
very
him
much to
Michael
Dark
Marion.
Gift. Just to announce that he hooked it up with the $20 and he says a deal is a deal. So thank you very much, man. I appreciate the support. I like that. I like that you like the show.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
man,
you-
Dark
you
Gift.
do a good
yeah.
show.
Damn, Tony.
I try my
what is
best,
up
man.
with your beard, man? It is like completely gray now.
Well, I got like a lot of sunlight shining in too, but yeah, it's getting there, man. It's getting there.
God, we're getting old.
Dude, no one knew who it was. Why I shared? Yeah. So guys, answer like what would be your answer to the question like who is Comicsgate? Who determines who gets to be part of Comicsgate
All right.
and my
well,
Comicsgate?
As old man of the group, like subject said something in the chat, and it comes in text. It comes across as a lot harsher when I said like that's the most incorrect take on CG. I wasn't trying to be like combative, but when people say like Ethan CG, so if you attack Ethan, you attack CG. That like if you were here in like 2018, 2019, everybody, including Ethan, was like, no, that's not how this goes, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like he's not like the be all end all of CG. It's literally the customer base. Like there was a time where like if you were a creator, it was like, should you even claim CG as a creator? Because it's a customer movement, not a creator movement. And that's why, like, even Nick, who I get along with Nick are cool.
Yeah, Katie in the chat. What's up, Katie?
When he said, like, but if you're not a creator, what does it matter? If you're not a creator, you're the most important part of the whole thing. If you're one of the people watching or buying and supporting, you're the whole reason this exists. So it matters the most if you claim that you're part of this movement or not. If you're not a creator,
and so who gets to decide? The people.
the people.
Yeah,
I could turn around and say, Elliot, I don't like you. I think you're bad, and I don't consider you CG. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. If you got 15 people who are customers that don't have a show, that don't do anything, they're just here to support and whatever, and they claim themselves to be CG, and they're fans of yours, and they're supporting you, and they say you are, then you are.
Yeah. Or what if you're hiring
if
other
that's-
people that are in CG and you're putting out content with CG creators? Does that make you CG?
No,
too?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to get. Like, so you guys are saying, or so Dark is saying, like, you know, if he says no, that I don't like Elliot's crappy, but I got my backers and supporters, and you would assume that I'm essentially still CG despite what you have to say about it. Is that correct?
Correct.
Oh yeah.
I don't get
well,
to
then
decide
in that
who's
case, then
CG
how
or
do-
not.
Well, then in that case, so I would assume that you would disagree with Jay Bomber saying that Frog Tony isn't CG and that he should be cast out. He's a cancer to CG. Is that?
I absolutely
Is that
disagree with
not the
that.
same?
I absolutely disagray with that.
So Frog Tony
Yeah,
can still
so-
be CG.
So here's the thing.
If he wants to, I mean,
Yeah, like I might agree with Jay Bomber's take, but at the end of the day, if he says he is, and then he's got people that support him that say he is, well, then
he is.
He is. I mean, I can't. That's the whole thing about a movement. Like I know Mersh was saying you got to gatekeep it, but a movement, that's not how a movement works. That's a club. Are we a club or are we a movement? I mean, if we've evolved into a club, then yeah, then the whole rule book changes. But if we're still a customer-based movement
people
fighting
like
the culture
Eric July.
war, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So people like Air July, people like this guy, the steel toe guy, the steel cut guy, Emulti, all these other people that supposedly are or were our enemies. What's this girl's name? Gail Simone. If these people want to be called CG, they're welcome to come in.
I like Gail. Gail is a fantastic person. She is funny.
Don't make me regret bringing you in, pal.
Well, dude, you know me. I've got a lot of mainstream friends. Like I know a lot of people in the mainstream. You know, so I mean,
yeah.
Sorry.
But what do you say to that, Dark? If these people start coming, people that supposedly are sworn enemies, or they come saying, "Hey, I'm going to be CG too," and then they get their 15 followers or whatever, are they also CG? Is there no line that needs to be drawn?
I think you need to have the same values as far as like where you stand in the culture war. Like, I don't think Gail Simone. No, I think people would have to. You know, I don't think anybody would say she would be CG.
No,
I mean, you
no,
can't bring in your own. You can't bring in your own like 10 followers that are like blue-haired leftist feminists that want to call themselves CG all of a sudden. No, because that's totally and what's the word I'm looking for?
Antithetical. Yes.
To what the movement stands for. So no, like I mean there is a line, but it's but I mean if somebody's right wing to the point, and when I say right wing, I mean culturally right wing. It doesn't mean you have to be a staunch conservative. But if you're culturally right wing, then I mean, what am I going to say? Like, I don't know where Steel Toe lands politically. I don't watch him. I just know that he got cucked out by Nick Rekieta. So that's all I know about the guy.
I get along with people from all sides of political spectrums. You know, I've got friends that are extreme left wing. I've got friends that are extreme right wing. So, I mean, it's just, it doesn't really bother me. I can walk both sides of the fence.
Now, you, for example, like Mike, you're just saying that you can walk both sides of the fence. Dark, if it's saying that if you want to be part of CG, then you should at least align, you know, in theories with what our ideals. But if you don't, then my
ideals and value systems are conservative to a nature.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the way it is, and all the people that know me know that. But I'm still able to get along with, you know, leftists and all that stuff professionally. It's you know, I think it comes down to like actually running a company and a business and realizing that, you know, and not everybody that you hire to work with you is going to have the same ideals, but yet you still have the same goals of producing a good quality product.
Right. So, like, I mean, if you were to talk to me back in the 90s, you probably would have considered me politically liberal, because I have like socially liberal stances, but I have fiscally and morally, like culturally conservative views. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. You know, technically, like Nick is a gay man, right? Like, technically, that would be anti-conservative, right?
Why are you outing Nick like that, man?
I didn't out him. He outed himself.
I'm just kidding.
You know, I got 7 to 9, right? Like the old you want to call me the old granddad? He's the old granddad in the rainbow blanket that's in that said, "I'm the leader of Comicsgate, and you can be too." For all the old timers know what I'm talking about. But what you call it?
Shout out to 7 to 9. Nice backflip.
You know, but I mean, on the culture war level, he stands next to us. He's like you know. Yeah, I might be a gay man, but keep that shit out of the, you know, the eyes and ears of young children. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's certain things that make you part of this. And, you know, Chris H brings up a good point. Like, what if it's fractured? Is there still a movement? Yeah, it's always been fractured, bro. Like, don't believe that there was a perfect paradise in 2017 and 2018.
There's actually something I want to show you, Elliot. This is going to explain this whole situation very well.
Yeah, and anybody who's been in CG knows that from day one there has always been infighting and drama, and that's something just characteristic of CG. And people are afraid of that should probably not come in here and hang out, because that's part of the job.
Part of what it is.
Yeah, I agree, Dennis. Says Ethan isn't the most conservative man in the world. He said the same things about being classically liberal in his youth.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a live and let live kind of guy. Like, one of my books is written by a born again Christian, staunch Trump supporting, way more conservative and leaning trans woman. You know, like, Ironless Scocho, if anybody knows the lore of Channel Awesome.
Nice. And Mike, you were going to bring something up?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Sorry, it's taking me a
Oh, yeah,
second.
okay.
I'm a
no
boomer.
problem.
Here you go. All right.
worries.
Share
But
window.
While he's pulling that up, like I was saying, guys like Mike,
There you go.
Luke, Fred, Bancroft, Pixel Trader, these guys are like taking it upon themselves to make these different sites that people can utilize, both creator and customer. Whether it be Indie Crowdfund, Fund My Comics, CG Now, Comicsgater, IndieCron. You know,
I'm not crazy, right? We did have a website, cgnow.net, right? I'm not crazy.
Bancroft
right?
made
We
that.
did have that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
He
Yeah, that's
did-
what I remember too. Yeah.
This right here explains the entire problem inside CG and pretty much everywhere else.
Yeah.
There is more diversity of thought on the right than on the left. This is
Correct.
why there's so much infighting inside CG, is because everyone on the right has their own set of value systems, and it becomes an issue. It becomes like a moral purity test based on which side of the spectrum you're on.
Right.
The left is very narrow and focused. That's why they all seem in lockstep.
They're
The
very,
right,
that's why it's cultish.
there's so many different versions of the right.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's the political right, there's the cultural right, there's, you know what I mean? Like I'm considered the right, where
The gay right, the old
would've-
right,
yeah,
the brown right.
like
Yeah.
if this didn't happen, like I probably would still consider myself like a centrist, but because of like how things are so, just like that graphic is showing, technically it's like that old meme, right, where it's like the left moves so far to the left and you just kind of, the line just shifted under your feet type of thing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. You're talking about the Overton window kind of effect. Yeah.
right.
So that's so this applies to CG as well. No, so CG is the big red spot out here that we can all have different viewing points, but we can all still be part of CG.
Correct.
Yeah. So I
Frog
thought
Tone
that was very
CG, Liam is CG. We're all CG.
I
Yeah.
think so.
For the most part, you know.
Eric July has. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, for the most part, yeah. I mean, if that's what they're claiming and stuff, you know, it's like Mike has, like, I like to bust Ethan's balls. There's things that he does that like I don't agree with, or says that I don't agree with, and I just bust his balls. I like the guy. I could sit down and have a beer with the guy. You know what I mean? Mike, on the other hand, is a little more angry with the man. You know, so that's a different story, but.
And that's from a husband's perspective. You know what I mean?
Right.
As a man, that's kind of my take. Like, it's
But
going to
and
end
what do
one
you
of
say-
two ways.
And what do you say, Mike? For example, because Ethan revealed the DMs with Mindy, and we can see clearly that she's got like paragraphs and paragraphs of text.
That's how she
you know,
talks.
towards Ethan. Yeah, but like
She's
for
a
example, if there's a point where Ethan says, "No, I'm not interested in this idea," but then she
he didn't.
insists and then continues.
But
For
he
example, does Ethan not have a right to be annoyed by that?
But he didn't. He
What do you
never
mean?
once said that.
Well, you would assume the lack of response would be like not being accepted to what you're saying, right? Like, I mean, if I send you a text, and there's
No, you
response.
would assume that would mean he was busy and couldn't reply at the time.
Okay.
People message me shit all the time and I don't respond because I'm busy. But eventually I'll get to it. If you're not interested, why not be a man and just say, "Hey, I'm not interested"?
Yeah.
Are you too scared of a woman that you can't say I'm not interested? Anywhere in that point of DMs did he ever say once that he was not interested, other at the very end? No. Why?
I'm not. You said that he didn't show that part until at the very end.
The very end is where he said he was not interested.
And
If
then
he even said it at
from
all.
there, and then from there, there's no more comments.
Correct.
Okay, interesting. I'd have to look back at that, but yeah.
Yeah, go for it because it's not there.
All right, cool.
So why
all
can't
right,
you
good.
be a
So-
man and tell a woman that you're not interested? Why do you have to piddle around and just not say anything, or just act like you're not interested on stream and make shit up? Like, why do you got to do that?
Hmm.
Would
I
you do
hear you.
that? Or would you say I'm not interested?
No. If I mean someone's coming at me with all those emails, I would say no, thank you, no. And yeah, I would take that
Correct.
approach and not say
Yeah.
no. But
You seem like a normal, intelligent, well-functioning guy. I'm sure that would be the case.
I got you.
Ethan is not.
Thank you for.
Well, Nick is kind of right. Both E and Mike will never back down. They're too stubborn.
I will
Yeah,
back
it's similar.
down. Hey, Dark, I've
similar-
told you personally, if Ethan apologizes for the shit he said about Mindy, it's over.
Oh.
Well, there you have it.
That's all he has to fucking do.
Yeah, that's similar to the whole Cynic and Liam thing, because the Cynic said the same thing. Like he said, all he had to do was just shut up and stop talking about me, and then I'll stop too. And then
that's a
that
different.
never happened.
Hey, no,
No,
listen,
that's different.
That's different. That's him telling Liam to shut the fuck up. I'm saying, say you're sorry, and we're done.
Yeah,
Let's not shut the fuck up.
Nobody ever asked Liam for an apology or a retraction or anything like that, because it's never going to come. But it's just like, you know, stop talking crap. That's all.
Nice. And so, Mike, now you want to be part of CG. You want to claim yourself to be CG. You think you'd have your 15 supporters?
Because I think, more than that. Hell, I've hired CG people. Dillard's done a cover for me. JD Kirby has wrote a book for me. We've put those out. Their fans have bought those covers. So yeah, I've got that.
And this whole attack at Bosch, you say you didn't do it?
It wasn't an attack. How did I attack him?
Well, I would call it an attack because you're trying to get his comics
that's a stretch.
to not appear on Fund My Comics.
But I didn't though. How did I do
this
that?
video? So what was
like
the purpose
publicly,
of the video?
Luke Stone even said that he had never received any reports from me. Strite never got any reports from me. I didn't do anything. You can make a video about anyone at any time. It's no different than Ethan running 2 years of Trashcast, telling everybody not to buy or back Eric July's books. What's the difference there?
You can explain it however you want to explain it though. But my question here is like, in that case, if that's your stance, then what's the purpose of the video that you did on Bosch?
Information. Did you watch the video?
All right. No, I haven't. I just saw the headline and I saw.
Do you want to watch the video?
I'll check it out. Maybe if it's maybe
you
later
should.
on.
You should watch the video, and then you'll
But
find
you have
out what Bosch is all about. You really will, because he does state straight in there his bias towards Muslim people, like multiple.
I
times.
agree. I mean, like I
wrap it up in pigskin leather and make it Muslim proof, Islam proof. Yeah, that's
I did have a criticism on that video, and I voiced it to Mike too. Mike can tell you what that criticism was.
That I shouldn't have put that slide in there.
Yeah, the last slide. Yeah, that was it. Otherwise, otherwise, it's just Mike's opinion, and I mean, what can you? I mean, you can't really.
That's it.
So you don't have any qualms with Bosch. He's okay to be in CG, or are you going to?
I don't care what Bosch Foston does. I don't pay attention to him. I don't have any problems with him.
Because
I can't determine who is or is not CG. I don't know how many times we can say that over and over again.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to ask again. You gave me your answer, no. So and then your interest is to come in CG and then hang out with us and do good by us.
Yeah, and I want to build things. I'm coming out with books. We fulfill on time. We make our customers happy. We've provided a platform that is equal to Kickstarter, if not a little bit better. And anyone can use it. Don't care who uses it. You can use it. You cannot use it. Up to you.
And what about these allegations of you doxing people?
Who have I doxed with information that wasn't already publicly available?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure because people say that. No, for example,
Frog Tony's information was publicly available. Matt Barr's information was publicly available. Tom Tuttle's information was publicly available.
Yeah, see
where's the doxing?
That's the moral conundrum on the whole doxing issue. Some people are on Mike's side, and Matt Barr has the same stance. A lot of people have the same stance where if the information's already out there, then it's not a dox. It's just using information that's available to you. Other people,
my information is out there.
Yeah. Other people like me, I'm stand on the side that if somebody's trying to remain anonymous and they get doxxed and you use that information, then you're perpetuating the dox. So that's kind of a stance that me and Mike disagree on. We don't fight over it, but it's just one of those things that we disagree on. So.
Nice. And then while I
hate
have
each other because of it.
Yeah, it just depends on where you fall on in that moral conundrum. Like, what side of the argument do you fall on in that? And
I did go. Nick's right. I did go way harder on Matt, and that's because Matt for 2 years started talking all kinds of shit about Mindy. You remember all the vile, nasty things Matt used to say about Mindy and I, and how we used to have sex, all this stuff that he would like come and throw and talk all dirty, and yeah. You remember that, Dark? Hell, you were on a couple of streams on some of those, right? For years, 2 years, right?
Yeah, Matt is.
I do
he's
anything
unhinged.
to Matt? No, but then I was like, you know what? I'm tired of it, and I met Matt with the same fucking energy, and I started posting pictures of his fat ass wife. So I don't know how else, after being nice for 2 years, you can get it to stop, other than starting to do that, and then guess what? He quits Twitter.
Well, then there might. I mean, because that's one solution, one way about it, and then there's another way about it. Is what I'm posting up here, something that DG posted a while back, or not too long ago. It says the usual suspects talking about violence for the Fans Fest. Way to not understand what it should be about. What are you talking about with that the Dark Gift?
Well, I mean, what you call it? You brought it up, so I don't feel bad. Liam and Frog Tony were both on stream. Well, Liam 2 days in a row. The second day, Frog Tony was on talking about having to get into fights for the Fans Fest, and it's like, why are you even thinking about that? They were both on Liam's channel. Okay. I'd have to go back and see. I mean, sometimes he privates things or whatever, so I don't even know if they're still up. Yeah. They probably are, but so I'm not saying he's hiding anything.
Speaking of Liam, he's made some fucking weird ass allegations towards me and Mindy and all that stuff. Dude, I've got no problems with Liam. I think he's fucking funny. I like laughing at him.
I love Liam.
You know, I like laughing at him. I think he's silly, but other than that, no problems with him.
Yeah, in the one video, he said he had to get into fighting weight, and he wanted one of his chat members to give him a meal plan so he can get into fighting weight. And then in the next stream, Frog Tony was saying how he was going to go up to certain people. He didn't mention anybody by names, but you could probably guess the names.
He could probably deduce it.
Yeah, and he was going to smack them in the face. And then there was a guy, and it turns out I think he's the promoter of the event, telling Liam, "Don't worry, I have a concealed carry. I got your back." And it's like, well, now there's going to be guns for the Fans Fest. Like, what the fuck are we even, like, why even go? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why am I going to go if people are going to be walking around looking for a fight? Like, I just want to go have a beer with people that I like and ignore the people I don't. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I'm strongly opposed. No, yeah, I'm strongly opposed to anybody saying that kind of thing because it just invites more violence. And we already got like a bunch of people contacting the venues trying to get this thing canceled, and we don't need that. We don't need people coming to that event. Plus, we don't need any infighting to get physical or violent like that. Like, we don't want any of that stuff to happen. And I think, for example, DG,
I don't want to spend the weekend. I don't want to spend the weekend in Atlantic City jail because it's not fun. Trust me. Been there, done that in my younger days. It's not a pleasant experience. So yeah.
And also because like me personally, like I'm like completely against posting, like, for example, you posted this saying that people are saying this thing and I think that's really irresponsible because and I took this post here also. It says someone told me the guy who told Liam will have his gun and not to worry, this guy's gonna meet up together. Yeah, so I mean it says here, I don't know for sure.
Well, it turns out it was.
I don't know why post this stuff if you're not sure, because I mean this is just spreading rumors.
Well, no, it turns out turns out it was right. The guy's name is. I'm like, well, I don't. Should I say his name? His guy's name is Matt Rumor.
Yeah, I heard him on the show. Yeah,
that's cool. He was the one that said it, and he's the one promoting the show. Like, what, dude? You should know better. The fuck are you doing?
Now here it says, then it says that's not how it went. DG is lying. Matt did not say that.
He didn't say he had a concealed carry. Not to worry, Liam.
You could meet me.
You know what?
Let
me go pull it up. We can watch him
I mean,
in his own words.
Talking stuff without having like actual evidence and just talking on just things that you suppose in your mind. I mean, it's dangerous because if you don't have any actual concrete evidence, it just it's not a good look.
No.
I mean, if you have something to show off, please show it off. Yeah.
By the way, I've seen your art. I've been watching you for a couple of years. I want to just tell you, I think you're phenomenal, man. I think you're a great artist.
Oh, sweet. Thanks, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm trying my best. And I like Mindy's art too. I was really sad to see her take that turn to do the more raunchy stuff. I remember one of the first
we always did
that.
Was we've always done that.
I could have swore it wasn't the case. I could have swore it wasn't the case.
No, like the very first art
I remember she did a Vampirella for Dynamite.
Yeah. Well, no, even before that, she was selling pinups of her art, and it's all been cheesecake stuff. Like from the start, dude. Like we started in Arizona around like the Brian Pulido, Coffin Comics crowd, the Harley Quinn, artist, Chad Harden, all of this stuff. So I mean, we've always been into the real cheesecakey stuff.
Hold on a second. That's not what I'm saying, Liam, and that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the insinuation was like if you got into a fight, he was going to have your back with his gun. And
Matt says,
who wants to fight?
Matt says, I said no weapons and that they can shut that fight crap the fuck down. So, I mean, I think we're all on the same boat that we don't want any kind of violence or anything like that at the show because that will just make things worse and we'll never have another
dude, I want violence. I don't know. That way I could take a copy of Boobs 3 up here and be like, look, I predicted the future.
No.
And
I don't know who this Matt guy is. I got no issues with him, no personal. Like I'm not even trying to like start shit with the guy. But like when I saw that clip, I was like, why is this the guy that's supposed to be running it? Like, why is he saying he's gonna have his gun and like bring and like break?
And Matt says, I said the gun thing when they said people were talking about bringing firearms. I said that my security is cops and that I have a concealed carry permit. So, yeah, once you start talking about this stuff, it goes
who's
all
bringing
down.
weapons?
Yeah,
it says, I said the gun thing.
Carry permit means that you're going to bring a weapon with you. That's what that means.
Yeah, do not talk about CG Fight Club. Yeah, it says there's no intent from you guys to sabotage fans.
No, I want to go. I'm an hour and a half away. I could
cool.
drive there. I could drive home. I don't have to spend the night and waste money on a friggin' hotel room.
Yeah,
I
hope BG's there so he can bail me out of jail.
Oh no, you're on your own, man. I don't.
Yeah. But I got you. Okay, so hopefully we know there's no more propagating this idea that there's going to be violence because that's just going to make things worse. But yeah. All right, so I don't know if anybody in the chat, if you guys got any questions now that I have Mike and Paul here. You guys want to ask?
Subject at Comics has the right idea. I actually suggested that to Frog Tony on a stream a few weeks back, about a month or so ago. I said he wanted to fight, and I said, okay, let's crowdfund it. We'll get a ring, and any leftover money we'll donate to charity. And he said no.
I'd actually
Scribe says I'm staying at DG's.
Yeah, man, everybody can crash at my place. Yeah. I mean, I got a small place and 3 Huskies, so I mean, it gets a little tight up in this place. But yeah, anybody who wants to come and don't want to spend the money on a hotel room, hit me up. We could probably work something out.
Nice. And then here, Yonafui says, Mr. Yonafui says, what? I'm gonna ask this question with a video.
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr? Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good morning.
Me. Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
I would say that I'm a
answer for
product
that?
of my environment.
Genetics.
Crazy.
He was on for a long time.
Comicsgate.
If I find it, I'll send it to you. I got to scrub through.
Yeah,
He was
'cause
on
we
for
wouldn't-
like. He's on for like 3
we-
hours. I don't know where in this. Or yeah, he's on for a good.
But you do see, for example, like you saying that would make it seem like it's out there, and then propagating this rumor. You do.
Well, it
see
is
that,
out
right?
there. It's on the stream that I'm looking at right now.
No, but I mean, like,
scrub through and find
bringing
it.
it, bringing attention to it. Wouldn't that make it worse? Bringing
Why
attention.
wouldn't I
to it.
bring attention to it?
Yeah, I mean, why would you not? Like, oh my God, there's going
If
to
it's
be
a
a gun
rumor,
there. Like,
if
I
it's
want
a
to know.
rumor, if it's
I mean,
a
it's
rumor,
not.
not.
It's not a rumor if he
Okay.
if he said something to that
said it.
effect. Now, if
I'm-
he said. If he said something and it was taken out of context, or it was taken like somebody misinterpreted what he was saying, that's a whole other thing, Elliot. But he said it. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I'm saying to the fact that in that post you said that you weren't sure. No, so I'm saying like
At that
if you-
time,
in
at
the-
that
in the
time,
case,
yes.
yeah. In the case of you not being sure, it's dangerous to
Well,
propagate an
I
idea that
was-
you're not 100% sure on.
Yeah, I was answering a question at that point. So
Oh.
And hey, I think we got to give DG a break. He just had to go through the last week
Gets no break.
of reading Frog Tony's DMs to Dalish, okay, in
man.
Dalish's voice, and he had to do a lot of that sober. So I think we need to give him a little bit of space.
I'm an alcoholic now.
So
Yeah, man. I don't know how you guys can stomach that kind of stuff, man. I mean, like, I think we all got the idea. Like, if you guys are trying to put out the idea out that Tony
Elliot.
is a creep, I think the first set of DMs gave us that
Elliot,
idea.
I had to say the word
Shout out to
alphussy
Frog Tony.
so much that now it doesn't even bother me
Aw.
anymore.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
yeah, and belly kisses.
And I'll
No.
see if I can find the one with Frog Tony saying it too.
But
And
you know
also-
what? Tony literally never said any of that. Okay.
He wrote it, no, right? I don't know. I
Oh
don't know.
man.
But Johnny Scabber, you're in the chat. If you want to link, come in here, say your piece also. And yeah, I think that wraps it up for the questions that I had and talking about this topic. I don't know if you guys got something else you want to share. Hey, DG, are you bringing back what's it called, the karaoke night on the slums?
I people have been asking me to do that, and I guess that's the consensus. So I'm gonna have to pick a new day. It used to be Monday nights, but now we do King Stream over on FFS on Monday nights. So maybe I'll do Tuesday nights. Maybe I'll bring it back on Tuesday night, and maybe I won't do it every week like I used to. Maybe I will do it like once a month.
Nice. And I'm still I want to do that the cockfight thing in July if it's possible.
Yeah, I gotta bring that back. It's hard to wrangle artists together.
My match is going to be against Peter Orchard. I'm announcing it now. I'm going to do a weigh-in. I'm going to come on and we're going to do the thing.
That's right. You guys had the challenge going. That was like you guys were going back and forth on Twitter.
We were waiting for you to give us the info, and then you never gave us the info.
That was Well, that was also during like
Drop the ball.
my busiest time of year at work. So.
And Elliot, hey, I don't want you to have any problems with me either, man. Do you have any questions? Do you have anything you want to ask me or go over?
No, I mean, my question is solely on this, because I saw the Comicsgate thing. I from what I was mentioning earlier, I know you guys are giving me the impression that you're insisting on trying to get into CG. I thought you guys were for the longest time enemies of CG. There's a group of people out there that think that. Me, in my personal opinion, my personal case, I'm always sided, and I'm always going to side in the line with the interest of CG above all anyone else. So, if for one day, for example, Matt Barr was I admire his art. He was a great artist. Before he spurged out, we followed each other, we supported each other and whatnot. He went out the door. Goodbye, Matt Barr. I'd rather not associate with him. The same thing with Richard and Bree, with Yellow Flash. My alignment is always going to be with CG. So if you guys are cool, and if CG welcomes you in, I'm cool. And if not, then no. Like Liam, for example, I love Liam. Liam is CG. He's been here, back in your days in the ancient times.
Oh, yeah.
And I always have respect for Liam. He's a tremendous talent, and And Frog Tony, I mean, I also, for example, I find it really difficult to say bad things about people that have supported me in some way, shape, or form. You know, I was on Frog Tony's, I was on Katie's, I was on Cynic's show also. You know, shout out to Cynic and them that they put on great shows. My personal thing with Cynic is like I would wish that they would stop bashing Liam, but I mean it's to each their own. I'm not gonna hate on anybody because of any of that stuff. And welcome Matt Rumor to the show. What's up, Matt? Matt's the guy organizing the For the Fans Fest. So
yeah, what's going on?
How you doing?
So I said that, but I mean the context is completely wrong. I said it because at the time I was taking my wife food shopping, and my little brother who's autistic was with us, and when they get together food shopping, I can't be like, it just gets ridiculous after a while. So I just kind of sat in the car and let them do their thing. And I'm sitting there and I noticed Liam's on a stream with Frog Tony, and they're ramping each other up. They're going on about the fact that we're going to go to this, we're going to fuck this guy up, we're going to knock this guy out, I'm going to do this, that, the other thing. My point coming on there was, you don't need to do that. I have cops. I'm a trained security professional. And then I don't know which one of them said it, but one of them was talking about how somebody was talking about threatening bringing guns, to which point I said, you don't have to worry about that. One, I'm a security trained professional. I have a concealed carry. I never want to use it. I've never had to use it. I run a lot of events. I run about like 60 to 80 events a year.
You're here in Jersey, right?
Yeah.
So you know that people bringing guns to a casino in Atlantic City is not gonna. That's not gonna happen. They won't even make it through the door before they even get to the room. So
no, my whole point in that whole conversation was just, I don't even know how you call it, how you talk about it without retarded SJW, but stupid behavior.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Liam. I want to see the best for Liam. You know, he's been through it. He has tendencies that he tends to build himself up with online that lead to his own downfall. I don't want to see that. I've been through serious shit that, you know, whether he's telling the truth or not online, I've lived through actual similar stuff to that. So, you know, I don't want to see him do that. I also don't want to see, like, I'm running this event as a favor to people. Like, my family, we don't do Comic-Cons. Like, the only reason I'm doing this is because, you know, I'm a, well, I guess semi-retired artist. You know, I've worked in Hollywood. I've worked for a lot of companies in the past, video game companies, Riot Games, stuff like that. So I believe in the movement of being able to put out creatively good books away from, you know, the controlling eyes of the mainstream. To me, that's great. And, you know, if I have the ability to make a convention for it, awesome.
Can I ask a question? Did they mention who said they were bringing weapons to the convention?
I'm sure they did. I was literally in the car and they were like, hey, we're going to go like using these coupon hunting. I'm like, I'm staying in the car. So I whip out my phone, you know, I'm sitting there in the parking lot, whipping out my phone, and I just see them in the middle of it. I didn't even think to ask that because my whole point was just why are we even talking about that? Why do you want to escalate anything?
Yeah, we shouldn't escalate nothing.
Which his whole purpose is to give everyone place, you know, like Ethan,
hang out.
Ethan, John, you know, like they have wide reach, and you know, I think it's awesome that I can do this for them. But you know, there's a lot of people, a lot of the lower mid-tier people who, like, you know, their books are starting to sell, they're starting to get some headway, but this is a chance for them to maybe, you know, like if Elliot goes, you know, he gets maybe I don't buy Elliot's book online. I'm like, maybe I don't want to do that. But if he's there in person, I'm walking by his booth and he's like, oh, here, $20, you know, here's my book. I'll be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, sure. You know, maybe I make a connection.
Now, to be fair, just so you know, and I know not everybody watches every stream, but when we were discussing this, I forget, it might have been over on FFS, but it could have been somewhere else. I did say, I think the guy was just trying to put Liam at ease when he said that. Like, I don't think he was really meaning he was going to be running around like headhunting people. So
it's kind of the case. Liam feels, you know, like, you know, I have to bring Liam out here to America, and he feels like he's going to have a line of people around the block wanting to throw fists.
Nobody's going to do that, though.
Nobody wants to throw. Nobody wants to
I'm
throw
like,
fists with Liam.
no, that should not be the case. You know.
No,
Yeah,
nobody.
and DG, what's this clip you got?
So
Sorry,
this is the one where Frog Tony's talking about like walking around smacking people and stuff. I can find that one. It was easy 'cause I knew kind of where that was.
We can't have this stuff talking like this what gets rumors started, you know.
Yeah.
ain't healthy.
If anything, we should squash it now, right now. No. But let's listen to this.
I have a feeling that if I show up to the event, there's going to be what's the word I'm looking for here? Someone's going to get smacked really, really hard in the fucking face. That's all I'm saying.
Are you threatening me? Are you threatening me?
No, I'm not threatening you. I'm threatening all those guys that say they want.
I know. I was doing Beavis, man. I know. No, but yeah, no. I hear you, man. That's what I was like, man. You know, but you know, Matt was saying to me like, oh, you don't have to worry about that. We got security. I'm like, cool. I hope that's the case. You know what I mean? I'd love to be able to sit there and watch people get dragged off instead of the other way around. But you know, like. But I got a feeling that, you know, he's like, oh, no one's going to come and do anything. So I don't think you realize how crazy my haters are. Like, I don't think you realize what I'm dealing with.
All right, pause. All right, hey, I'll tell you what. I'll go and I will protect all of you guys. Okay, I'll make sure that
I just don't
nobody
see. I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Thank you very much.
I just don't see. I just don't
sure.
see why. Like, if Liam's in the auditorium. And I'm in the auditorium. We can't just walk right past each other.
No one's gonna do anything, man. This is ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying. This is retarded.
I'll just
that was my whole point.
Like,
that was my whole that was my whole point of the post. Was like, this is fucking retarded. Why are we even having this conversation?
As long as we're all in agreement that we should not be escalating this whole situation. No, we should not.
Correct. Yeah.
And you know that now because of the stream, everybody's gonna care, right? You guys are aware of that, right?
Well, yeah, it's the Streisand effect.
Yeah, everybody's going to carry like, oh, yeah.
I'm
not going to take anything.
I would be blown away with the casino that we got for this. That that in the middle of that, out of all the events I've ever run, and I mean, like, I run. I don't know what part of Jersey you're from. I'm up in North Jersey, but
I'm in Central. Yeah.
Okay, so like. Over by Wharton, I run 13th Hour. I pretty much invested in them a few years ago, and they're like the #1 haunt in Jersey. And
yeah,
I cannot tell you how many times because I end up I do makeup art and stuff before we open, and then I just stand outside and talk to people and do security. I cannot tell you how many hood rats we get where they show up like 20 deep looking to fight. I've never once had to draw on fucking anyone for any event I've ever had anywhere. I'm just saying, when I got two people who are fucking firing themselves up like idiots, I'm just like, look, we got security. I have cops. Literally, that's my security team because it's Atlantic City. I can't just like, you know, hire my cousin. I have to literally go through the unions and get off-duty cops and
get
stuff.
the off-duty cops, yeah.
So, you know, I have that. There's no way. Like, if people lay hands on each other, it's not going to be in the hall. It's going to be like probably at a bar because they're drunk.
Hell, I even offered.
It's going to be in the parking lot.
I'll bring the PA system so people can, like, you know, there could be music going and like people can perform because we got a lot of musicians. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I got, you know, I'm not looking to like I said, when I was in my 20s, you get stupid, you get drunk, you're at AC, and shit goes down. Next thing you know, it's a Saturday night, and you're in the drunk tank, and you got to wait till Monday morning before they fucking let you go. You know what I mean?
You don't want to get caught in AC in jail.
No. Yeah.
I'm gonna make DG work. I'm gonna make him work the bar.
Oh, fuck you.
I want to say something. This is for Mike, though. What I was saying before. You said you didn't dox him. Okay, I understand that.
Correct.
His information's public, but the whole Vosh thing, man, that did set a tone. You know, that's kind of rap behavior. Because you did try. Hold on, let me finish. You did try to get his campaign taken down by putting it out there that he was this, he's that. I mean, that is the same behavior. That's from what I look at it. You know.
Okay. All right, I can appreciate your feelings on that. I can disagree with your feelings on that.
Okay.
I think that what I did was no call to action. I think it's no different than just providing information. If you have a different stance, you're welcome to have that stance. I'm not going to be mad at you for it. If you want to hate me for it, you're more than welcome.
I don't hate you. I just don't understand why you would do that. That's the what I'm trying to understand. You said you want to help people.
I would.
But then you dox and then you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
if you'd go check out my war campaign stream we did on Tuesday, we actually played the majority of that video right there that I made. Go look and listen to.
I have nothing against you. I just that those things to me, like Dark Grift, you understand, you from Jersey. It's like I don't like that. It's like, you're putting people's information out there. It's like, it's kind of a rat behavior. I'm not saying you are, man. And I'm glad we're talking. It's just, I don't know. It's an eerie feeling of like, can I trust this guy? And you said you want to have this.
I don't disagree with you, Scribe. Mike knows I disagree with it. Like, I've had conversations with him. I pretty much said the same exact thing you just said.
I'm glad we're talking because this is good, because I had this in my mind. I'm like, I don't like this guy. He's doing this stuff, this kind of weird behavior. And I'm glad we're talking now. This is
I
good.
see Mike's benefits. I see Mike's benefits and a good side to outweigh the shitty things, for lack of a better term, that he does. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because those are far fewer in between than when you're sitting with him and he's like, and I'm helping him like alpha test his new streaming service. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm watching what he's doing behind the scenes. I'm like, this guy's going to come out with a fully featured streaming service for $19 a month, $20 a month,
right?
Rather than $150 a month that StreamYard is trying to charge.
I'm glad. You know what? That's awesome. You doing it. I just had that problem, and I'm glad I said it. But I understand. That's good.
And Liam's welcome to come on here. He can come on.
No fighting. Guys.
I saw him pop up for a second. No, we're not going to fight. Like I have no problems with Liam. I'm not going to yell at him or anything. Even
I don't
care.
But I'm glad I said that, Mike. Thank you.
Thank you. I brought up on. He didn't.
Yeah, man. And I'm sorry you feel that way. I didn't mean for it to come off the way you interpreted
I could lose the feeling right now. I'm over it. It's done.
Okay.
So we're cool. There you go.
Elliot, you're going down the wrong path with these scumbags. Hey, Roy, come in here, man.
I don't even know what
up, Roy. Roy's
me and Roy were always cool.
I'm a horrible person. I'm telling you. I
don't know what transpired between you and Roy, but
because
I don't know either. I don't even know who that is.
He's a really good artist. And he always kind of kept, like, how I tried to keep you on point? He was the kind of guy that would try to keep me on point, and was voluntarily doing a piece for me one day, and then like a week later had me blocked. I was like, what the hell did I do to Roy?
I like Dark Gift. My guinea right here. My wop.
No,
hey, forget about it.
No, Roy. In my opinion, from what I've seen Roy say on stuff, like I'm think he's from that camp that group of people that hardline. Either you're for CG or you're not. If you're bashing anyone on our side, get the fuck away. So I'm assuming that's his stance.
Yeah,
I agree with that stance also. Like I don't know.
I can't, man. If
this
somebody,
whole vague line thing, I think is going to go down a really dark path. No, but I'm hearing what you guys are saying, so it's all good.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Listen, you people see it as like bashing, but like, at some point you got to go way back to the very beginning. And why is this happening? Like, when I say very beginning, I'm not talking like 2018, like beginning of CG. I'm talking about the beginning of whatever beef you're looking at. Where did it start? And how can it stop? And until the person that started it decides that they're going to stop, it's going to keep going forever.
Exactly. Well, I agree with that chart. Who brought up that chart? That with the right and left. It's true. That is so true, though. We're all different, man. We all have different. Like right now, we all have different opinions and stuff. And I agree with that in a way. But
at least you guys got mentioned. I ain't get mentioned.
But there needs to be not gatekeep, but like but like I don't know. There needs to be kind of rules, man.
You gatekeep your own. You gatekeep your own channel. As far as someone who's actually like a creator, or whether they be a comic creator or a YouTube creator, you gatekeep your own channels. You gatekeep your own product. Like, you hire who you want to hire, and stuff like that. As far as being an audience member, you gatekeep yourself by where you decide you put yourself to go. If you're gonna go to someone you don't like's channel to watch their content and infuriate yourself, well, that's on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
Just go where you want to go, and that's it. Like, half the stuff that where I'm on a stream and I'm EFAP and stuff, I'm usually watching it for the first time there, because I'm not going to these channels to watch them.
Right.
Like, somebody else brings it up and we'll EFAP it, and then I get you get my live raw reaction, and sometimes I say stupid shit because I'm watching it live for the first time, and I'm like I can't believe this, like when I'm watching this gentleman next to me up here say something about his guy. I'm like, I can't believe I just witnessed somebody say that. Now, did I take it the wrong way? Apparently I did, and I apologize. But I just.
But that's why we talk. That's why we're here talking. This is good.
Yeah.
And Matt, hold on. I had a question for Matt. I don't know if you answered this while I was away, but is there going to be like security scanning people, making sure nobody comes in with firearms?
Yeah, so this place we got, man, like I said, I was just there yesterday. You saw the pictures. But so we got our own check-in station, pretty much desk, everything built into the wall. And then I have about a crew of right now about 25, it's looking like, officers I'm going to be paying for off shift for that. We got lanyards, and then we have a pat down station for when you first come into that area. And then, I can't imagine anyone's gonna be able to get anything in.
Matt knows, like the casinos, every door at the casino has their own metal detectors. Like you walk through and they're scanning you.
Yeah. But no, man, like I don't know why anyone would pay the prices to come to this thing, wanting to do that. Two,
right? That is retarded.
My hope is that people show up to this thing and put their stupid internet feuds to bed. Maybe realize.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna show up with a bunch of Ethan Van Sciver parody comics of boobs, and I'm going to ask for his autograph. I'm gonna get some amphibious robots autograph. I'm gonna get Shane Davis's autograph. I'm gonna get John Malin's autograph. They're on the cover of Boobs 3. Man, it's going to be fantastic. I'm so excited. I can't wait, Matt.
I just don't know why people who hate each other can't, just put your shit aside to make some money for a little bit.
I just want autograph.
And we got Frederick Gumont on the panel also. What's up, Frederick? Thank you very much for putting in all the work. Yeah, thank you for putting in all the work to get Comicsgate up. What's your stance on everything that's been said? Mike says he wants to be part of CG. He wants in on Comicsgate. What do you say to that?
Yeah, hey Matt, what are you selling the tables for, man? I might need a table.
Wait, we're gonna speak to Fred.
Dude, I'm serious because I've never put together a festival, convention, anything like this with so many people with so many issues with each other. You really, really gotta get some I'll sell you stuff, but not if Ethan and them won't come.
Hey, Fred, what? Fred,
we'll talk about that later.
It's $300 a table.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I can do that for you. I'll take two.
There's no room on the site for people who are disruptive, who are anti-CG. I'm not gonna go out and give specifics, but this is a space for people who want to build each other up, who want to be creative and supportive, and that's just the general idea of it.
I can get behind that. In fact, I want to get Dark Gift a table too.
Again, I think Ethan said he's fine with Dark Gift, and the Kings are gonna be fine with that. But honestly, man, I can't sell you anything if all my headliners are gonna walk away from this. So, you get his approval. He says he doesn't care. Go ahead. I'll sell you a table. You'll have a spot.
I can't talk to him. Maybe you can.
Yeah, I'll reach out to him. But I mean, again, you guys are gonna have to find some way to squash that because honestly, the endless shit posts all day, 24/7 on each other on this. You guys have pretty much been coming for my thing just by association, and it has to stop.
But you do seem like how you making that parody comic of Rainbow the Brute would keep you, on people's bad sides. Huh?
I would think not coming out with the book for 5 years would have people on more of a bad side than me actually coming out with one in 3 months.
Yeah, but it's the parody though. The parody of it,
his book is now the parody of mine because
what happened?
Mine exists, his doesn't.
Oh my god, how many people are gonna?
He did actually say that,
and Ethan did say that. Yes.
Yeah, it was funny.
So his book is actually the parody of mine.
He had a sense of humor about the situation. I think a lot of more people took it to an anger level than he did. But
he thought it was funny.
So, but like for what Fred said, like I think, and I said it in the chat. I said you have the
I think that's
your
Scribe.
site. You have
No, it's not me.
It's me. I just turned my phone down. Everyone keeps I guess because I'm on here right now, everyone's gonna choosing now to text me and blow up my phone.
You have the right to run your site any way you want, but I guess my thing is if you're gonna curate it, then it can't be like labeled for like all CG though. You know what I mean? I guess that would be my critique of what you're what you're saying it's for. And then
could you say that again? I missed the first part, Dark. Sorry about that.
No worries. I said like I got no issue with you curating your site. It's your site. You run it the way you want, but if you're going to curate it, it can't be like broad, like, publicized or promoted as like a place for all CG. If it's not going to be a place for all CG.
Yeah, I don't think I publicized it as that either. It's a place for people who are CG, who want to discover stuff that are going to be interest to them. And it's a place that's, for creative and support. Right.
And if he wanted to do it that way, he'd have the right to do so, right? It's his site.
No, that's what I said. He has the right to curate his site.
Right,
but
so what were your
think
qualifications?
I think on the site it says like the hub for CG or something like that.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your qualifications to be on the site, Frederick?
What do you mean?
What are your qualifications to be on the site?
You mean as a creator?
Sure.
So why do you want to know my qualifications for being on the site?
Because I want to know what your qualifications are. Why can't you answer the question?
Because I don't have any idea what the purpose of the question is. Like you want me to justify everyone's qualifications for being on the site?
No, I want you to tell me what the qualifications for being a creator on your website are.
Oh, in general or for me specifically?
Either one.
Okay. So this is it kind of like the way I'd always describe it is for CG first. Like, and I always start with the big three, like John Malin, Ethan Van Sciver, Shane Davis. And all the people who are at the heart of CG, who have Comicsgate shows, promote creators, who are very much in the space promoting each other, supporting each other. And then it goes out towards that. So there's people who don't call themselves CG who are on the site as well. People who have collaborated on books in the past, people who are associated by supporting people who are CG on their shows, but are not necessarily consider themselves like having Comicsgate shows and all that. So there's a kind of nebulous space. There's no hard lines. Where I draw the line is people who are anti-CG. So people who are kind of like disruptive to the movement, who attack CG. That's where I'm like, okay, well, that's where we kind of like stop the inclusion. That's where we draw the line.
Okay. And
it would seem as if your behavior.
You would consider me to be anti-CG?
I don't know you much, Mike. So I don't know your history and all that. All I know is like everyone. A lot of people have come out saying they don't want you on the site and consider you disruptive and are just not interested in having you there. So if everyone around, and I've had no one come in to me with the opposite supporting you. So it's pretty unanimous from where I stand that people don't want you on the site.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that, for example, putting out that parody book, where you just said now about going to get signatures from people at cons and all this other thing would label you or put yourself or put you in the box that you are anti-CG because you're attacking unjustly the Ethan, John, and Malin, who for many people are the core of CG.
So autographs are a form of attack?
No. The parody book. No. And for example, we could also go into that whole situation of like, give me the handshake at the con. No, but we know behind that handshake there was no intention of peace. So I mean, who knows what your intentions are for trying to get a signature? But it doesn't seem sincere.
It's very sincere.
Yeah. No, I mean,
I collect
you can say
autographs.
it. You can
Yeah.
say it, no, but there's things that people are going to see, and people will label you as such, So that's why. I mean, that's that's what the whole situation here is about. I'm just trying to figure out what's what, who's who, and how to what what conditions are out there, what parameters are out there that will label someone CG, not CG, and such. And we've clearly identified here two groups. A group of people that say, yeah, let's welcome them all in, and a group of people that say, no, we need to draw lines, because if we start letting in Gail Simone's, Eric July, and all these other people in, then we're going to be just like Marvel is. So the idea is to do something better than that, where we don't have these ideologies. Because also, like, one thing, CG is against leftist ideologies, but if we bring those people in here, then we're just going to go back to square one. So
that's what I said earlier. Yeah. It's like that should be basically the only
don't bring him in
prerequisite. Yeah, but I mean, as far I think the issue that a lot of people have is like because somebody's beefing with Ethan, like Mike, or anybody from the past, like they get labeled anti-CG because they're beefing with Ethan, and it's like
that's bullshit.
That wasn't the case with like Mike Miller. Mike Miller was had no problem coming and hanging out with everybody else just because he didn't like.
Mike Miller was a fucking
Ethan.
bitch, though. He was a
no. There's this other thing also.
But I mean, I think Mike got a little suckered in with.
He got butthurt for the jokes. I mean, it's like, come on. Yeah,
Mike S. Miller, though, he also, like, at the time when he announced his stuff, he quit CG. He literally was on a live stream when the John and him stuff got to a fever head, and he said, I am not CG if you watch my show because you're Comicsgate, because you're
he said some stupid shit. But
I watched his like channel in live time go from like
everybody ignores when he apologized for it, and everybody ignores when he apologized for calling it a cult because he got sucked in by Doug TenNaples' rhetoric.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And then he, like I said, then he started coming around and he started hanging out on all the smaller channels. And even though he claimed to still not be CG, he was fine with CG. He wasn't anti-CG.
Don't you guys?
I'm sorry to cut you off, Mike, but I even did fulfillment for him until he stopped giving me the money to continue the fulfillment. You know what I mean? Like, if he was anti-CG, why would he get a Comicsgater to do fulfillment for him?
Yeah. I
mean, one thing I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, and we kept that a secret because more at the time, more for like, so I wouldn't get attacked, than for him. You know what I mean? And then finally, I was like, I don't give two shits, Mike. You can tell people, they got to reach out. They want to know where their book is. Tell them to email me. I don't give a fuck.
Over the last couple of years, CG has kind of seen an exodus of creators. We haven't really got any new ones in, right? So the ones that do want to come in and do want to be a part of this and can bring their fan base into this, don't you guys see that as a benefit?
No, I agree with you. I think a lot of people that left.
But if you come in guns a-blazing towards one of CG's prominent creators, then I mean, the people might think not to support that. Wow. I mean, you also have to understand, like in my case, also, like I will never say anything bad about Ethan because Ethan's helped me out. And I'm grateful for that help. And then if I see people attacking that, I mean, I'm not going to be too happy about that, or at least I'm not going to throw my support behind the person saying those kinds of things. And
so hang on,
CG,
Elliot.
1 second. Who in CG has not been by Ethan's channel and gotten that benefit? And then many of us have. So if there's a big group of artists out there that, to a certain extent, they owe gratitude towards Ethan, and to support the people that openly bash him, it's not a good look. So I mean, in this case, for example, Roy is on here. He's saying, "Man, you got Mike Wheeler on. I'm not going to stop following you." I mean, I have you on here so you can say your piece. I don't have you on here so that you can, so I can endorse your entry to CG because you, for example, going after Ethan or you making your parody book, that's nice. I have nothing against that, but don't expect my support. Is my opinion here. So you're free to do that. Continue doing that. I won't bash you. I won't say anything negative to you. But if you don't have my support, then don't I hope it's not a mystery to you why you don't have my support though, because I'm
Well,
in this case at least I'm
You say
I
you'll
have
never
that
say anything
behind me.
bad about Ethan or do anything because he helped you one time. Don't you see that as kind of
It's not just one
tribalistic?
time.
Okay, well, multiple times. Don't you see that as kind of like a tribalistic, blindly following somebody? Because I mean, I don't know.
It's called loyalty, dude. It's called loyalty. If somebody helps
If
you,
that
and,
if that's
you know,
the if that's the case, then you'd have to accept that the way I have to accept DG and other people saying that
I
you're
got
part of CG when I clearly would not consider you
Right.
CG. You know, so
I got that, but
it's
all right,
just give tit for tat.
It also elevates him a tier, you know, like having, you know, the top of a movement who fans will actually spend money on, say, hey, spend money on this guy, put eyes on Elliot that he probably would have had to fight tooth and nail to get.
Okay, so my problem with Ethan, as I said, is of a personal nature. It's about the way
Yeah, I
he
get
lied
it.
about and treated my wife. I see that as
Mhm.
inappropriate. Do you see that as fine?
No, I
that's your
completely
guys'
agree.
beef,
But
though.
for
That's-
example,
yeah.
that's your beef
Okay.
with him, and then for example, you making the parody book doesn't say anything in your favor. You know, like if you really wanted to stop this beef, I think you could contact him privately, and then give your conditions.
do
You'll
that
give
when he
his,
won't
and then you
talk to me.
guys
I can't do that when he has me blocked and he won't talk to me. How can I contact him?
then that must be the consequences of your actions. And so I mean
No,
happens
no,
also,
no. That's the consequences of him being a coward and hiding.
No, for example, he assaults your wife, you insult him, and you guys continue assaulting each other, whatever, the doors are shut on either end, then that's it. I mean, I don't know if you want to try to amend that. I think at this stage, I think it might be too late. No, so I don't know.
That's what I
too late.
said. Well, that's
Talk
what
to
I
Ethan. Get him on here.
That's what I said earlier when I said like
Ethan doesn't watch my show.
If you go back to the the pinpoint of any beef, like that person's gonna have to be the one to stop it. Otherwise, it's like I said, it's gonna go on forever.
Yeah, but if it's too far gone, who it's going to be
it's
either
not
both
far gone.
apologize or just nobody. That's it.
So it's the nature
Yeah,
of how it happens, right? Like you look at, I'll just use the Eric July shit as an example. You look at the Eric July people, and you look at like the insults and the way they go after Ethan, and then you look at the way you and Ethan go after each other, and your stuff, you guys it's much more vicious, much more personal. It's much harder for someone to get over that or to look around it. And
It's also gone on for much more longer. It's been going on since 2018. So
yeah, so it's
almost 10
past.
years. So yeah.
And there's situations, for example, where people say things like in the heat of the moment, and then they realize they fuck up, but then the mistake is made, and things have gotten to a point where there's no coming back from it. We can take a look at Knife School. We can take a look at Matt Barr. I mean, they could try to come back and try to be nice, but I mean, there's a big group out there, and I include myself, that's going to look at that and say, you know what, you may want to come back in here, but I got my eye on you because I know exactly what you said. I know what you did, and
I
don't
agree with you.
that shit, though.
I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Just like with Mike, I had a little grievance with that. I'm okay. I'm cool. You know, it's whatever. Do I want to work with him? I don't know, but I'm just saying it's cool. I think, yeah, you're right. It's, I don't know, man.
Well, this is why I never.
I think people that come into CG and that can provide something for the community and bring their fans in is that's something that everyone needs, and I know I can do that. I can bring my fans in to look at some of this stuff and start moving some books for you guys.
But Mike, you also said
help.
too that your customers aren't CG. They don't want anything
They
to
aren't.
do with it.
They don't know anything about you. You know why? I haven't told them anything about you.
Real fast, I gotta hop off. I have a business call I gotta take.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you very much for stopping by.
Just stop. Like whatever the hell you're gonna do with Ethan, go do it. Please just leave my convention out of it. I'm just trying to put this together. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Have a good one, everyone.
Hey, go ask him if I can get a couple of tables.
I actually will, but I doubt it. But I will. I swear to God. I'll even however he reached out to you, I'll find a way, and I'll let you know what happened.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Bye.
Nice. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to shut down in like maybe 20 more minutes just to let you guys know, because I got stuff to do. But yeah, I appreciate having all you guys coming on and being able to talk about this stuff.
To clear that up, because from what I saw, like I said, it wasn't good. I'm glad he was able to clear that up. For me, let alone for himself. You know what I mean? So
Hey, Dark, if now that I have you here, can I ask you a question? Who was the one that gave you that leaked image of that chat that time?
I don't give away my sources. No.
Tell us, DG. Tell us, man.
No. Why would I do that?
Who give you that image?
Why would I do that? Why would I get that person in trouble? Why would I bring a world?
No rats.
World, yeah, why? Yeah, I don't,
no, but that guy ratted, and so I want to know who it is.
That guy.
It's all good.
I wouldn't call him a rat. I think like I was trying to help.
No, he screenshot the chat and he put it out there, and then you put it out there. No, he gave it to you, and then you put it out there. So that's a rat.
Well, I didn't put it out there first. No, I did not. I put it out there second. Yeah.
That absolves DG from everything. I put it out 2 seconds after. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
No, I'm not gonna get somebody else in the world to fucking hurt when they don't really need it. So.
No, yeah.
Texas Mofo says it was TJ.
TJ.
I don't know.
DG confirmed it was a guy.
It's a guy?
Yeah, it's a guy. Yeah.
Oh, I know. Okay, I know who it is.
Okay.
I'm going to reveal it. I know who it is.
Show it.
This hold on. This is in case anybody in the chat is like, what the hell is Elliot talking about? Let's talk about this right here. DG sent this out. I was like, what the hell?
Look at you, just fan in flames.
Yeah, man.
You're a scotch, as my mother would say.
We gotta get Elliot to Jersey.
Man, I would love to go, but I can't make it, man.
We're gonna do a fun for you, bro.
Yeah, man. Let me know, DG, in the private chat. Let me know in the DMs who did that. I probably won't tell anybody.
Nope. I don't know you well enough yet, Elliot. I like you, but I don't know you well enough yet. I don't know if I can bring you into the family.
Man. Who said that, Bennett?
Yes, DG has never fanned flames. No,
hey, listen,
you just got to remember, he posted it after the first guy did it.
I'm not insulting Elliot or demeaning Elliot. I'm actually kind of impressed with Elliot.
Griff, get those karaoke streams going again, bro.
I need to get on this so I could draw, man.
Hey, listen.
Speaking of which,
Base Art Department says it's big helpful. I'm always trying to be helpful, even when I'm being an asshole. So
speaking of which, I'm going to reveal some art. I did a draw stream on this past Saturday where I was drawing a sketch cover for Gods and Gears, and before I show it, I want to show you guys this post. Hold on. Because this is funny. I think this is funny. I think this is hilarious. I don't know if you guys saw this, but there was a bunch of people commenting on this post about this whole issue of who was better, art or writing in comics.
Oh, geez,
and yeah,
what's more important? Was that it?
Yeah, Todd McFarlane said, I can sell a comic drawn by Michelangelo and written by my dog. Todd McFarlane on why art beats story every time. And I agree. I agree with this. And I posted this. And then I get like a gajillion replies and a bunch of people coming at me with like mostly writers, coming at me with no, you're full of shit and all this and all that. And,
everyone knows it's about the shipping, Elliot.
No, I understand the argument for story, but when it comes to comic books, I'm on the side of art.
Still art, man.
Yeah,
because
that's what's art.
That's what's catching the eye of the that's what's catching the eye of the consumer when they're walking into a shop or a bookstore or whatever, and they're looking. It's the art. It's not the story,
Yeah, without the writer creating the concept, the artist wouldn't know what to draw.
Mike pitched in too. Mike turned in. He might put in this comment, and this is how I felt like. I was like, and comics, art is more important than here. All the writers.
I mean, the art gets you in the door, but the writing sells the second issue.
I agree with that.
That's what I agree with that.
You can
100%.
sell
I
as
agree
many
with
books
that.
as you want, Todd. Like I love Todd McFarlane. Like you'll sell books with awesome art, but will they be memorable? Will be they books that
No,
you
you're
turn to,
that's 100%
or,
right.
you
But
know,
if we're gonna
you-
say like
you
what's
need
more
the team.
important to the especially if we're going off an initial standpoint, and that's why I hate bait and switches when you see a really awesome cover and then you open it up and it's like
Horrible.
like I
line
get
work.
yeah, it's like
And
okay,
it sucks on the inside. Fuck.
all right, you know what I mean? But
And so yeah, here's
it's-
my artwork, exclusive. Go ahead, DJ. Go ahead.
Oh
that's-
shit.
oh nice man, you're doing Gods and
Cool.
Gears
I saw you working on that on
No,
stream.
Or
no,
just
no,
the
this is
cover?
a sketch cover.
You do amazing
Oh.
covers,
Sketch
bro.
cover.
okay. I was like nice, good
No,
for
but-
you.
No. But I'm showing this because I'm going to post this later on. Like this is the way I would see a comic. I appreciate art and all this stuff. And then according to these writers out here, this is what it should be. Just the fucking text. You guys can read it.
But Frederick's right. I mean, like, you buy issue 1 because of the art. You maybe even stick with issue 2 because of the art. But anything past that, the story better grab you. You know, you better be hooked because the art can only keep you going so far. After that, you're just collecting covers.
And there's a synergy as well because I've seen books by great artists written by great writers, and they were not
Hey, Elliot.
melding together during that
Hey,
time. You know,
Elliot.
like there's a
Right.
special
Yeah. Go ahead.
like teamwork that needs to come together.
Nice.
No, 100%.
I'm gonna break your brain real quick, Elliot. You see that cover you
man.
did right there?
Yeah.
You wrote it in your head before you drew it.
No, I didn't. I've envisioned
Yes,
it.
you fucking did.
I
It's the
envisioned it.
same thing.
That doesn't
It's
work,
the
Mike.
Same
That
thing.
doesn't
man.
work, Mike.
You wrote the concept in your
I
head.
envisioned it.
I'm pushing back.
Makes
That's
no
bullshit.
sense. That makes no sense.
This is not.
Shenanigans.
This is not what was
That
going
shit
through my
right
head.
there. Yes, it was right there.
Elliot
You're
wasn't thinking
"You know
of a
what,
paragraph."
cool. I'm gonna do
No, it
this,
wasn't.
and this is how I'm gonna
Bam.
compose it. That's what you drew. You
That's
wrote
if
it
you
before
think in
envisioned
words.
it.
If
I
you
got a
think in
thumbnail.
pictures, it's different.
I got a thumbnail that will
No,
say "screw you,
no,
man."
You know you did.
dreamt
You
of
thought
this.
about it.
I don't think
thought
in words. I
about
think
it.
in
I
pictures.
thought about it.
Yeah.
I visualized it.
You know, it's funny. I even think about music in pictures, not even in words.
That's like saying like a
But yeah, guys in the
photographer
chat, rate it.
wrote his photo before snapping the snapshot. You know, It's
No,
like-
but he made a plan. He sat there and he's like, I'm gonna go to this place at this time, and I'm gonna
That's not
capture
writing it
this
out.
image. Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes,
He's got it in his
is.
head.
That's like an outline for like your day.
grasping at straws over here.
Just fucking with you.
I wrote. No, that's all good, man. Wrote the AI prompt. No, I didn't. 9-10. I hit it.
He's an AI writer.
It hit it.
I'd hit it.
I will break your brain now, Mike. You think Muslim, Elliot thinks Christian. It is word versus imagery.
I don't think Muslim.
Any thinking,
Fuck outta here.
any thinking is equivalent to writing.
I mean, it could
Oh,
be.
man.
Like I said, depends on how you think. Like it depends on your thought process. Like some people think in words, some people think in images, some people think in abstract. You know, some people don't think at all. Like it's weird. There's people who don't have an internal voice. Like how do you go through life without an internal voice?
Yeah.
You just hang out with the
Yes,
Democrat
so-
Party.
I would assume that's where they wind up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Elliot's
just in
just
case
mad
anybody
he thought
out there.
about the cover.
No, I envisioned it. If anybody's curious, this is up for sale. This is up for sale. You guys can get it.
Internal voices are overrated.
Contact me in my
probably.
DMs.
Internal voices
Yeah.
are probably overrated. But I'm
I
just
can
saying,
agree with that.
I don't understand. Like you know how like if you think like if, right now, if everybody sat here and I said think of the word overkill, right? Like the band, and just say that in your head.
Great
you hear your
band.
voice.
Great band.
Yeah. Yep. The only reason why I'm thinking about it is because I'm looking at my my art teacher did like 4 of their album covers, and I'm looking at one of them right now. What you call it? you hear your own voice in your head. You hear yourself saying overkill in your head. There's people, I mean, like legitimately, they don't have that. They don't hear their voice in their head. I don't understand.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't understand how you get through life that way.
Crazy.
All right, good. So yeah, I have to shut down a little bit. I don't know if you guys have any final words, any last concepts and ideas.
Nah, man, it was fun. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
always
Thank
like
you guys
talking about-
for indulging me.
Yeah.
What happened?
I always like talking about like I guess how things should be, quote unquote, should be done and shouldn't be done, and different opposing views on that. You know, I tend to stick by the old school. You know, hashtag OGCG, but I also know that, you know, we're 8 going on 9 years in, so you know, things change. So, you know, I'm always down to see how it goes. I just do my own little thing in my own little corner, and
thank you.
I hang out with whoever's cool with me. You know, you cool with me, I'm cool with you, and otherwise, I'm just here to have some fun and help people sell their books and get them out there to people.
Party at DG's house. AC, what?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just here putting out books and selling them to customers and having a good time, man.
I never
Over
liked the term new CG,
$560,000 in sales so far and counting. So, yeah.
Yeah, I never
Awesome
liked the
stuff.
term new CG because I felt like that lumped everything together, people in together that probably shouldn't be lumped together, just because they
hear
were
that.
quote unquote new. You know, I always like the term squatters because then you can kind of pick and see who's like really here to grift and who's really not. You know, so
I hear you. All right, guys. Yes, so thank you very much. I'll be seeing you guys later. And for the people in the chat, thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you don't hit the like button, this video doesn't get out there. So hit the like button, let everybody know about the show, let your mama know about the show, and I will catch you guys next week, Thursday. This has been a special edition show, extending 1 hour long, thanks to the fine people in the chat. Thanks to DG for his sponsorship, and I appreciate it. And I will see you guys later. Remember, always remember,
later,
art
man.
is more important than writing. Catch you guys.
See you guys later.
You guys be safe.
It's the shipping, Elliot. It's the shipping.
It's the shipping. All right. And
don't
now,
put it
hold on,
in
let
a
me
freezer bag.
let me get people up. Damn. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you guys later. You guys be safe.
Thank you, Elliot.
Have a good one.
Damn. Wait, we're not done. Pow. What's up, Liam? Special guest.
Hey, thanks.
What's up, Liam?
So-
What you got to say, man? I got a few minutes. What you got?
Are we of the mind that there's no such thing as anti-Comicsgate? Like, is that like?
I'm not.
Yeah. See, I think that there definitely is a group of people involved in anti-Comicsgate that are allied with the likes of Mike S. Miller, Edwin Boyette, people that have a vested interest in wanting to do harm to Comicsgate, people that might cry and wail about bit of just laughs on a live stream over bullshit gun shit to try and fuck up for the Fans Fest when we should be excited that this is something that's happening.
I'm excited for it.
What we should be talking about is how cool everything is that's going on right now, right? But there's certain people that are like, hey, let's get into endless beefs. Their goal is to perpetuate endless fucking grievance. They don't want to move on. They don't want to let go of shit. And they don't want to see other people succeed or do well. And they want to come in and they want to redefine the space. And I don't know why no one else can really see it. I feel like, am I wrong in the chat? Am I the only one that sees what's going on? Because like people are talking about like drawing lines and OG, the news skills. It's very simple. What do you pay attention to? Do you pay attention to the good stuff? Are you out there doxing people? Do you want to see people do well? Are you trying to screw things up so that people can't have a gathering? You know, do you hang out with all the people that want to see the movement hurt and us lose more backers and customers because you're a scorned lover? Or Do you want to see Comicsgate ascendant and doing well and books funding in 20, 30,000 again? I mean, it's very simple to see if you really look at it. But it seems to be that people want to entertain this sort of farce of neutrality when it's very apparent to me that people are working in opposition to that. They don't want people to do well. They don't want peace. If they did, they wouldn't be broadcasting the things that they broadcast. They wouldn't be taking the actions that they are taking. And they wouldn't be kicking around the movement. They wouldn't be trying to sort of build rules and fuck with other people, you know, insist on who should be able to do this and that. They should be uplifting. We should be focused on uplifting and positive stuff. And I know it sounds cliche. I sound like a cheerleader here. But I mean, like, can we not pretend that the last 10 years, it's been like, what, 10 years now? Can we not pretend the past didn't exist? You know, can we not pretend that Comicsgate is not out there every fucking day trying to fuck with everyone, trying to drive division between like people for no reason and screw everything up? Because that's their real goal here. In case it's not obvious, anyone watching, the goal is to
I completely agree. I think that I told everybody on the panel that I'm of the mind that we have to draw those lines, so that we know who the clear people are, because I don't want to repeat the whole Dungeoneer thing. And so I think it's important that we know who CG is and who anti-CG isn't. And but obviously from what we've seen today, there's people that think otherwise. And so I just wanted to shine light on that, because I think this stuff is going under the radar and people are not paying attention to it. And I think we should see it, because this hazy lines, vague stuff can really take us into a dark spot. No.
Well, that's the goal, isn't it? To obfuscate, to manipulate, to sort of cozy up to people and turn people against one another. I've been seeing this going on forever, and it's destructive. It doesn't help. It doesn't promote anything. You know what I mean? It just tears down. Like, you got people saying like, "Oh, I'm here to promote books," but if you go look at their fucking timeline, it's stirring shit, trying to fuck with the convention, trying to fuck with me, trying to fuck with Frog Tony, trying to fuck with everyone. Like, their content is fucking with people. It's not like, hey, we want to make something, we want to do something. You know, it's intentionally trying to put people in weird social situations they don't understand, to try and alienate them from other people and disrupt this upcoming convention. And I want to see it happen. You know, they'll present shit without context. Like in that very stream that they're talking about, I gave my word of honor to Matt that I wouldn't be getting into fights with no one at the convention, but they don't talk about that. Instead, they want to try and paint it around that Matt's going to be running around with a gun shooting people like fucking Robocop, shooting their dicks off. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Everyone knows that's not going to happen. But that's what they're presenting. Oh, we've got to be concerned about this. No, you don't. That's ridiculous, and it's not going to happen. And it shouldn't be covered. It shouldn't be spoken about or given any amount of fucking attention like it's a serious complaint, because it's children manipulating people, right? It's manipulation tactics. I find it disgusting.
That was my intention also with bringing that up for DG, to not continue spreading rumors if there's no hard evidence. But I think after our discussion today, I think everybody's clear on the idea that we shouldn't continue propagating this idea of violence for the FanFest, because we want to have this over and over again. I think it's the idea.
Yeah. Exactly.
But thank you.
And that's all I just wanted to say. I just thought, hey, I didn't want to get into a big argument with everyone, but just sort of say, like, look at people's actions. Are they people that lift people up, or are they people that tear people down? That'll tell you, actions. What's worth it at the end of the day. Are they hanging out with people that are trying to do damage to the movement, and are they talking about things that bring sort of shame and humiliation among the movement, or are they talking about how much they love to be here and how cool this stuff is? There you go. There's your answer. Thanks for having me, Elliot. Peace and love.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, Liam. Always a pleasure to have you, a recognized king of CG. I'm incredibly humbled to have you here every time we come.
Oh, and I'm happy to be here, Elliot. You put on a good show. You put on a great show, and I'm here every time I go to 3 minutes. Peace and love, brother.
Peace and love to you, man.
Yeah, peace.
Yeah. Be safe. And so that's I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'll be back next week, Thursday. My artwork is for sale. Don't forget my artwork. Don't forget to hit the like button. And I'll catch you guys next week. Next week, Thursday. Oh, also, this Sunday, if anybody's curious, if you guys want to help me out, this Sunday is my birthday. I am 41 years old on Sunday. So if you guys want to heck it up, get this artwork. This is going for $150, which includes also a signed copy of this Ominus sign. So you get 2 books for $150. This one is drawn by me. It was drawn live on the channel, so you guys can check that out on the previous stream. So check that stuff out. And that's it. Yeah. So thank you very much, guys. I will see you next week, Thursday. You guys be safe. Hail Comicsgate. Hail Ethan. Hail Shane, John, all of our kings of CG. And yeah. So you guys be safe. Take care.